Well, hello there. Are you here for the revival meeting? Well, before we get to that, let me tell you about the lovely folk I met the other night. Last time, the investigators attended dinner with August and Beata, hoping to learn more about the strange pair. Robert used the smoking lounge to signal for Civ, the mysterious thief, to begin her break-in. As dinner was served, Constance was surprised to see an old flame, Roland, working as head of the kitchen staff, and he seemed equally shocked to see her. Near the end of the meal, just as Beata tried to retire to her room, Robert launched his distraction by poisoning himself and collapsing to the floor in a grim state. Galen added to the scene by accusing August of planting the poison, and Constance used the opportunity to slip out of the dining room. Meanwhile, Katrina got to work treating Robert with the antidote. In the kitchen, Constance ran into Roland once more, and he confessed he still loved her after all this time and believed their meeting was fate. She played along and seduced him in order to access the locked library to look for clues. While there, Constance swiped an old journal of August that mentioned sneaking into a cave and stealing gold coins and a magical flame from a great beast. Roland, caught up in the moment, proposed to Constance with a makeshift ring, but she turned him down, claiming to be married already to a horrible, vengeful man. Meanwhile, during a heated discussion with August, Galen spotted Civ fleeing to the manor with some sort of lockbox. Realizing that she was likely to slip away entirely, the investigators wrapped up the dinner and set off after Civ. And this is where the story continues. Welcome, good evening, fellow geeks, to our next episode of Vaesen. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, everybody. Happy to see some friendly faces in the chat already. For those of you who have not been following this campaign, we are playing Vaesen by Free League. We are doing a handful of various mysteries. The one we're on currently is from their Seasons of Mystery book. And yeah, you guys just heard the recap from our last session, so hopefully you guys paid attention to that. If you guys are interested in catching up more on what's been happening during this campaign, we have also been posting these episodes on YouTube. Ideally, every Friday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. One of them got missed because of a technical issue, but that's the goal. So you guys can try to go catch up there. That technical issue episode is up now, so fully catch-upable as of today. So yeah, before we get any further into details on the game, let's talk about the details of the awesome players we have playing with us tonight. We'll let them talk about themselves, their characters, where they're at on the internet. Let's start with you, Bill. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your character.
Hello, I am Bill. My hair is looking terrible. Why do they let me see myself? It's just not good. But I'm a podcaster. I make a show called Escape This Podcast. We've got a new escape room releasing Tuesday evening for you Americans, and another show called Solve This Murder, where we should, ideally, if I can get on my work properly, have a new mystery starting this Thursday evening for you. So go and check it out. It's good fun. I'm playing Galen Fiskera, who is a researcher and the wealthiest man in Sweden. I dine with kings and I fight dragons. That's my life. Fun fact about Galen. Galen has, through his life, had 4 cats, none of which he has adopted himself. They've all been left in his homes by partners and boyfriends and things like that, who have decided to who wanted a cat and then just ended up leaving him with the cat. He doesn't know how to play with the cat. Mostly he sits them down and lectures them about academia and history, and they pay no attention because they're cats. But they usually enjoy just having the run of the place. And that's a fun Galen fact for you.
I love that. That's great. Fantastic. Thanks, Bill. Pleasure to have you as always. All right, let's go on next to M. Tell us about you. Tell us about Katrina.
I'm going to try. Hi, I'm M. I am part of the level 1 Geek team. I do a lot of the extra fluff stuff for the stream, like videos and whatnot. Yeah, and that's what I do. I also do some writing for TTRPGs, so hit me up if you need some words written down. Besides that, I am playing Katrina. She is middle-aged, in her 50s officer, and she's kind of a badass and also like slight the drill sergeant, slight mother of the group, I would say. Yeah, it's a good time. Her fun fact is that the way she met Galen, they were at a party and they were both interested in the same man. But as we've already established, Katrina has had no luck with love and sadly lost the battle to Galen, but they became great friends in the process.
Don't worry, you can have his cat.
Oh, thank you.
Because I've definitely got it now. I don't know what to do with this thing.
What a generous soul, that Galen. Fantastic. I love that. That's great. Thanks, Em. Tori, why don't you go ahead and go next? Tell us about you. Tell us about Constance.
Hello, I'm Tori. I live here at Level 1 Geek. I play games, and I guest in games sometimes, and sometimes I run games, or all of the above. So that's me. You can follow me on Twitter if you want, at ToriFika. And I am playing Constance Doyle, who is the private investigator of the group and flirt of the group. Despite what you have heard about Galen and Katrina's little previous trysts, Constance has definitely proven to be the most active currently.
She's a thought.
And on that note, my fun fact today, in light of last week's episode, I rolled to see how many times Constance has been proposed to, because this is not her first proposal. I don't think that shocks anyone, but
You rolled 2 D100s.
I rolled a D8 and I got 6. So I
Oh.
think we're gonna not including this time. So I guess this time will make it 7. 7 times she has been proposed to in her life.
Did you choose a D8 because it sounds like the word date?
I didn't, but maybe like subconsciously that was in there, you know. I feel like it fit. Yeah, so 7 times before this, and she is not actually married despite what she told Roland. So each one of those has ended in a rejection for
Oof.
that person.
What a heartbreaker.
How many
I love
times
it.
has she proposed to someone else?
0.
Okay.
50.
15.
The same
Even more
guy, the one
rejection.
that got away.
Excellent. Pleasure, Tori. Thank you very much. Let's go on with Matt and Robert. Tell us about yourself and the character.
All right, I'm Matt. You can find me everywhere as improv and RPG, and I'm playing Robert Wong, the servant of Mr. Galen Fosquera. And Robert Wong, he is of course more muscle than like dexterous or anything like that. He can't quite make a cup of tea or anything properly, but he is able to smash one if need be. As far as the fun fact is concerned, well, the love of his life, he's written up a little will because he's hoping that maybe someday, eventually, he'll reach a point where he'll feel good enough about finding her again. And his promise was that maybe when we run into each other again, then we can be together. But in case that doesn't happen, he has a will that he's written. And this is something that every now and then I imagine that Galen has a number of probably some law people who stop by, and Robert would just seek like a little bit of a private talk with them in secret. And he's set up a will so that if anything happens to him, all of his money, all of his assets, anything that might be collected in life insurance would go to her back in Asia.
That's beautiful. I love that.
I love how we all picked some kind of romantic related fact.
This was
I
not
don't know
planned
if-
by any of
Yeah,
those.
I was
They
gonna
kind of
say,
fell
did you
into a
guys
theme.
discuss this or
No,
'cause
there's just nothing more romantic than a dragon hoarding treasure. It really brought the kind of the
We're talking
romance
about
out.
the
Really
whore
set
in
the
our
mood.
hearts.
or a marriage proposal
Or-
under false pretenses.
In-
Nothing more
In
romantic.
Constance's case, it's the whore in her heart. I'm sorry, Constance. It was just for the wordplay.
Okay. All right.
That's fantastic. Great. I love all the facts. Thank you, players. This is our awesome group of adventurers for tonight. I am Chase, the game master of this campaign, and rather than talking about myself, I'm going to dish out some big old fat thank yous to a bunch of people who make this stream happen, who make Level 1 Geek happen, who let us keep doing what we're doing. I have a new pair of headphones on my head. That's thanks to people like you, chat, who like to contribute and help us do what we love doing and streaming. And you guys are always helping us get better content. And just a huge thank you to all of you, whether you're subscribers, whether you just share by word of mouth, whether you just pop in here and chat and make the experience more enjoyable. Thank you so much. I already see a bunch of you dishing out some subs and saying some hellos. It's good to see you all here. As a little way to give back during these streams, you guys have some fun interactions that you guys can help influence the stream. We have these blessed and cursed numbers right here you guys can see on the center of the screen. You guys can use our channel point system, our mana points, to dish those out to the players. They are shared dice pools for this campaign. So blessed dice that you add, players can grab them. They roll bonus dice, no strings attached. It's just extra help. Cursed dice are the same thing, except if a player succeeds using cursed dice, then sometimes crazy things will happen alongside that success, such as maybe somebody gets proposed to way too soon and somebody gets really needy, or maybe something goes wrong on top of something going right. Kind of makes it like a win-lose situation if you succeed with cursed dice. So,
and in case you worry that we won't use them because of that, we will. Like we always use them. We have never once
we have used them multiple times.
A cursed dice, we'll just use it and things will get wild. So don't be like, oh no, what if they don't use them? Because no, we will just will and it'll be terrible.
I'll use them 3 at a time.
You guys were on a streak of failing with cursed dice. Last session you were not, and look at how crazy that one got. So
yes.
Last session was pretty wild. Also, we have some other community goals, each mystery. They've already been met. If you guys are curious, you guys redeemed the villain. The villain who got added into this mystery was Civ, who they are currently pursuing right now. And the ally has yet to be revealed, but that is also redeemed.
Dang, the ally is not Roland staying in my life forever?
Yeah, well, maybe. Now maybe you're pushing them away.
How many
Ally's
points?
gonna be the dragon.
How many points?
How many points? Matt's
That would be pretty
ready to
powerful.
recruit everyone in chat.
Keep rolling.
If you guys are wondering what these tally marks are, people ask, what are the ones? What are the 11s? What are the 111s? They're not ones, they're tallies, but they are sponsorships. And if you guys give sponsorships, the players get pretty powerful boons at the start of each following session. So if you give a sponsorship today, they will take effect at the start of next session. We will shout you out and do a little bit of role-playing bit with your name. We're not always nice to your name. Sometimes we make you some kind of crazy villain or thug, but it's always a good time. I can promise you that. So yeah, that's some stuff that you guys can do to interact with our stream. And just a huge thank you to all of you guys who do. We much appreciate it. We'll get to the sponsorships in just a minute. Just a couple additional thank yous. I want to thank Katie, another member of our Level 1 Geek team. She's with us right now on the stream. You just can't see her face. She's in the background. She's running our overlay and map for us. She's answering your questions in chat. She's taking care of your chat interactions. It's a busy time, so big thank you to Katie. Much love to her. Also, what a big thank you to Knights of the Steel. You can see their banner in the bottom right of our overlay here. They have provided us with this awesome character art we are using via their app NPC for Hire. It is a free to download app. They have character art such as this that you can use in your campaigns, and they've been kind enough to let us use their art on this stream. So big shout out and thank you to them. And I don't think I missed anybody for tonight. So without further ado, I think we're going to go ahead and we are going to move into our sponsorships. So right now, just a reminder of where we're at in real time. Galen, you have just headed home after the dinner party to go take a rest or study or something. I don't know what you're doing. You've headed home though. Meanwhile, the other three are pursuing Civ, who they saw running with some kind of lockbox away from the manor up north. So we have that on the map right here, kind of where they're at. But before we jump back into the action,
journal just to that's what he went home to do.
Right. Galen took the journal. I do recall that. Good note. But before we jump back into the live action, let's do a couple flashbacks. Let's tell us how your sponsors helped you prepare for this current adventure you're on. Who wants to go first? Who's ready with a good one?
I always go first, so
You
I
know?
think that Matt has to go first.
Sounds good.
I love it. All right, Matt, you're up.
All right. So what I'm thinking is that now that we realize that there might be some mischief afoot from this person that Robert has put blind trust in. He thinks back to his interactions with the Wombat, one of his shadier contacts, who's also been a bit of a North Star, just kind of guiding him along the way. And in this case, one thing that Robert had kind of struggled with a little bit is the fact that once he realized that, his actions have big consequences, at some point, he like a switch flipped in his brain where he was like, if there's consequences, then what do I do? And then he just kind of hit that sudden burst of like analysis paralysis, and it's like, oh no, there's consequences. I don't know what to do. Maybe it's better I do nothing. But that was when Wombat like shook him out from this state and was like, hey, even if you screw things up, you have to keep going forward, because if you don't go forward, who knows what else you could screw up, or who knows what else you could get right. And so with those words from Wombat, with a potential screw up on the horizon, I have a free push. So if I screw up, I'll be able to screw up again.
Fantastic. I love that. That's a good one. All right. Let's just go round table reverse now. We'll go with Constance next.
Okay. I was still racking my brain for an idea because my sponsorship is from Wolf, and we talked about a big encounter we had with Wolf last time. So I think okay. I think that in addition to Wolf teaching us all sorts of things and filling us all in on various pieces of little information, before Wolf left, he shared a little plan for nothing major, but just like he shared with Constance a plan to rearrange all of the books in Galen's library in the castle, just to, according to Wolf, just to get under Galen's skin. So of course Constance was ready to, participate in that. And so as they secretly carried this out, Constance found a little bookmark in one of Galen's books, and it was a quickly jotted note from Galen that was something offhand, like probably meaningless to Galen, but was like, follow up with Constance about this, like ask her, like something like that, kind of deferring to her expertise. And it like really made her, it was like oh, he does kind of think I'm okay. As much as she doesn't want to admit it, she does really want Galen to like her. And so seeing that little note, she tucked it away and kept it with her. And she has that little token on her now to give her a free push and remind her that she's capable of hard things when things get hard. So thanks, Wolf.
Fantastic. That's great. Thank you. Big thank you to Wolf. All right. Reverse order is going back to Katrina. Katrina, what do you got for us?
All right. So for Katrina, obviously she has had dealings with the Wombat at several points in history now. And what people don't know is that Wombat has sent a little care package of coffee samplers, this illegal product, with her on this mission. And before they went to the dinner party, she really like brewed a pot and drank the whole thing. And she's really jazzed up and maybe a little jittery. Heart's going pretty quick. And so I'm going to use that for my free push because I just have this extra bounce of energy going on tonight. And then for my +1 XP, I've been racking my brain for this, and everyone has said so many nice things about Wolf. And I was like, but you really get XP from challenges. So I was thinking that maybe the wolf did me dirty somehow, screwed me over somehow. So I'm going to say that, remind me, Constance, the wolf inspired you just now? So he's like kind of kindly?
I have taken it into my headcanon that the wolf and Constance have a friendly rapport. Like,
Okay,
I think Constance thinks he's clever. She kind of respects that. And I think that he also respects that in Constance. So that's the extent of their relationship, I'd say.
All right. I'm going to say that when all of his wisdom, I'm really stuck on the coffee theme, so I'm going to go with that, also realized what was going on and has tipped somebody off up in the higher ups that maybe Katrina is dabbling in things she should not be, and having to evade the law is going to give her a little bit more experience in nefarious dealings. Sorry.
That makes 3 of us running from the law.
Yeah. It's
I shouldn't say us, 3 of you.
Birds of a feather.
What a group of ruffians. I love it. Fantastic. All right, Bill, you said you normally go first. You now go last today. Let's bring it home.
I didn't even need to. I already had mine. So I have 2 lovely sponsorships. I have a free push and I have experience. The free push is from Wombat, and people may have remembered my previous dealings with Wombat. Some of these other people are getting help from Wombat, this shady underground figure. Galen and Wombat have less of a helpful relationship. The last time I got a free push, I've got a free item, I think, from Wombat was because Wombat was trying to break into some of my stuff and dropped his crowbar on the way out, and so I have that now. I'm now going to take this as a free push of anger. I have an anger-based free push because of a message that we received from the Wombat. It was tucked in with the coffee that was sent to Katrina. Lovely little envelope labeled for Galen, and I thought, what is this? Why would Wombat send me an envelope? What is going on? And I opened it up, and it was a daguerreotype, a beautiful old 1800s photo portrait of Wombat sitting completely pantsless on my most expensive couch in one of my houses. So I'm taking it as a personal insult. And I'm just, every time I look at it, it makes me so mad. First of all, how did he get in? Who let him in? Who let him sit for long enough to take an 1860s daguerreotype? That's a long time. And he was completely pantsless. Disgusting. How dare he? But that's what I've got there. So that's my free push. And my experience is, as most of my experience is in the academic world, while I was here, was helping out with a paper like I always do. Last time it was from my nudist library who wanted me to look after a lot of stuff here. But my other one very much helped, although it was a little bit too late, which is that I got another note in the mail. It's sitting at the house when we get back to Alfred, to whichever is the sad brother, to his home. There's a letter from someone we dealt with before, a Professor Hexeter, who basically sent me an entire paper detailing how there is, based on the evidence that he's heard from anecdotal stories of the area, there is no way that the creature in this lake could be anything other than a dragon. And he lays out every single reason why. And we go, Dad, we just figured that out. But if you just sent this day earlier, we didn't have to waste all this time at the bloody dinner. But at least I have another better understanding of how he did that research without needing to even come here. So good on you, Hexeter. You figured it all out from home. Just like, wait a minute, said there was a people have been talking about lanterns. Did you not notice people talking about his lantern? That's clearly Dragonfire, and he get a whole list. Come on, man. You could have sent this a day early, but at least I know. And so those are my buffs. I get experience from that, and I get my free push at anger at Wombat's Audacity. And I'm ready to go.
Fantastic. I love it. Big thank you to all the sponsors from last week. For those of you who hit us this week, you'll get a shout out on our next stream. So thank you, everybody. Okay, I think without further ado, then we are ready to jump back into the present on this adventure. So, Galen, you're back at home. So we're skipping scenes away from you for a minute. The rest of you are heading up north along a road. You probably passed by this on your way in. There's a nasty bog coming up on the right, but you're a good distance away from the bog.
Do
There's
we
a
know
pretty
that
clear
it's
path.
called Robber Bog?
Yeah.
We really should have seen this
How
coming.
safely are you going into? Well, you did chase a robber into a
That's what I
bog.
was
It's-
saying. I don't even think we needed to track her. We should have just
Robber Bog.
gone to Robber Bog.
Where are all the robbers? Well, check robber bog.
You guys probably do know that it is it is on a public map that you guys I imagine have seen by now. So yeah, ironically the robber is running up through and past Robber's Bog. So you guys see her currently. She's up on a hill. You guys are down road from her a little bit. She doesn't seem to have noticed you yet. And you can see her. She's kind of walking calmly now. She doesn't seem like she's fleeing. She looks as if she is in the clear, and she's taking her time strolling along the road. You guys are a good distance off. What are you doing?
What a good question. Do we want to run up and try and subdue her? Do we think she's going to be a problem? Do I need to shoot her? We have so many options.
I think Robert is our point person here because he's the only
Yeah.
one who's interacted with
Yeah.
her. So yeah, as we approach, Constance is gonna whisper. So, what's the plan? Are we just going to talk to her or what?
Yeah. I set up the distraction, so I'm sure she'll be fine. She'll be okay. We just got to catch up.
For what reason was she stealing this mystery item?
Hey, she's suspicious of the Beata too. So, I figured that if she's from around here, she's suspicious. She might have a little bit of a lead as far as what would be important.
But you didn't set up a meeting place with her.
I did not. I did not think that far ahead.
So it seems we shouldn't necessarily consider her an ally, as she did
Yeah.
also not take the initiative to set up a meeting place with you.
True. So, if y'all want to be a little more cautious, I can slip on ahead, and if anything gets hairy, then y'all got my back.
Of course. Why don't you take Odin with you? And I'm gonna hand over the leash of Odin.
Well, all right.
I can go with you, Robert, and Katrina, perhaps you can stay back here.
Oh, I'm gonna unshoulder my rifle and I'll gesture into the woods. I'll be watching.
Okay,
You
so-
have the lamp to wait.
I'll give you the lamp.
Do we? Okay, I'll take. Yeah, that makes more sense.
The lamp.
I have a hurricane lamp.
Oh, I thought you meant
Not
like
the-
the
not the
giant
dragon
lantern. I was
fire.
like, when did you guys
Stole the
steal that?
dragon
Yeah, I stole the
flame.
journal. I stole the key to the library. I stole the ring. I stole the lantern.
Awesome. Okay, so you're kind of just going off into some forest and keeping an eye, Katrina. You said with your rifle drawn.
Mm-hmm.
You do have my binoculars, though, Katrina. Just so
Sticking
you
at
know.
the end of the
Amazing.
rifle, like a scope.
Yep.
All right, and then the other two of you are proceeding up to follow her.
The dog
Yes.
and the lamp.
The
Yeah.
dog and the lamp.
Yes.
Okay, are you guys trying to be quiet about it, or are you guys kind of making yourselves known and approaching?
I'll
I-
follow Robert's lead. I will tell you right now, I'm not great at sneaking, though.
I am trying to be quiet.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
the vibe I get is that like she and I are kind of like the same ilk, and so any sudden noises, she might just turn tail and run. So just trying to be a little bit sneaky, slipping through, slipping forward.
All right. If you guys are both proceeding together, I'm going to need both of you to roll me a stealth.
All right.
Oh,
Miraculously, I got 1 success. And Robert got none.
I've got nothing.
No. Any pushes?
Robert, do you have a free push?
Yeah, I do have.
Do you want
a
to
free
use some
push.
cursed dice?
We do have
Um,
7 of those.
Also, Tori, you are also allowed to push this because if you get a success, you can cover his as well.
Oh. Oh.
I'll throw in 3 cursed dice here too.
Okay, so you're gonna
Oh, so
push
you
yours.
Sneak
Okay.
up on her, and she'll be the wrong person. That's the curse.
Oh, that's 1 success.
There it is.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
I've got 1 success.
All right, that's a cursed success. All right,
Yes.
yeah, you guys are creeping up along here. Katrina, you kind of like stalking a good distance
So
behind.
I went at an angle through the forest to like try and cut him off.
Yeah.
See-
Are you like how many zones are you wanting to stay away? I'll let you decide.
I'll get into, so my rifle can shoot, I believe, 3 zones away. So I'll try and get into at least 2, but I'm going to try and get into 1.
Okay, sounds good. All right, yeah, I mean, you guys are working your way up and you're getting pretty close behind her. She does not seem to have noticed you yet.
Great. As far as
You're in distance now where like if you were to suddenly start running at her, like you would be right on her tail.
Oh, okay. At this point, is there any chance I mean, Robert I'd say running out here. He's already taken his glasses off because of the choking to death with the
Mhm.
poison. So
Mhm.
he's going to ask Constance, my sight isn't so good in the dark. Can you tell if there's anyone else around just in case?
I'll like try and I'll the hurricane lamp I imagine has like a hood on it, like you can like cover
Direct
it
the
and
light.
uncover it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just sort of like keep the light away from her so she doesn't detect us, hopefully, but just try and look around the best
Yeah.
that I can.
Go ahead and roll me a vigilance.
Okay. The hurricane lamp use investigation in darkness and detect sneaking people with vigilance. Would this apply? Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, it's not super dark yet, but the sun is, it's you got bright moonlight and the sun has just recently.
That's 2 successes.
Yeah.
You feel very confident that there is nobody else around. With the additional success, I'll also give you a little bit of information on what she looks like. She has ditched the disguise. She's just in pretty poor looking commoner clothes. She's got the long lockbox under one arm. You do see that she has a knife on her belt. Doesn't have a proper sheath. It's just kind of tucked through the belt. It is dripping with something as well.
There's
Doesn't have
nobody
any
else
firearms or
around.
anything that you can see.
But her knife, do you see that? I'm not quite sure how it's to describe it. It's dripping with something. That seems a bit
Oh.
worrisome.
Wow. Okay. I'll keep an eye out for that. Thank you,
She
Constance.
just dropped it in the bog. That's just bog water. Don't even worry about it. Go run up to her.
What are you trying to do, Robert? Are you trying to surprise her and tackle her to the ground or something?
I'd like to get as close as I can before I call out for her. I'm not gonna tackle her. I want to have faith.
All right. Constance will slowly ready her. She'll set the lantern down for a moment and ready her revolver. And
Okay.
then just have it.
So you've got a gun drawn, and so you're just getting as close as you can, and then you're trying to discuss. You're not like sneak attack tackling or anything.
Right. I don't want to sneak attack, but I will at this point I will hand the leash over to Constance.
Oh
Mhm.
goodness, my hands are very full. Okay.
Pistol
I'm
and
gonna
dog.
I'm
Lantern on the
gonna
ground.
ready my I should say, Chase, I want to I don't think I've drawn my gun. I think I like draw it out, make sure it's loaded, get it ready, and like kind of tuck it where I can easily get at it if I need to, so that I can hold the leash and the lamp in my hands.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. All right. Yeah, Robert, you get right up behind her. She's whistling a tune. She's walking nice and calm. She seems pretty pleased with herself. What are you doing?
Did you find something?
She gasps and she immediately turns around and faces you. She has a hand on her dagger hilt. Oh, you're not supposed to follow me.
It's too late. I did. I'm here right now. Robert Wong. You remember, right?
Yeah, I obviously remember you.
Good.
Listen, this is no offense, but I'm not sharing this. I was never going to share this.
What is it?
Constance is just behind you a little ways, right?
I did want to clarify that you didn't want Constance to stay behind or anything, right?
Oh, it's up to you. I just wanted
Okay.
to make sure.
If
that...
Robert didn't give her instructions to stay behind,
Mhm.
she'll just kind of follow along and
Okay.
not
Great.
intrude, but be there. Yeah.
Why don't you put that firearm down, or else things are going to get
I
ugly.
don't have it, Chase. I have a leash and I have a lamp. I
I thought
put
you
my
said you had the
gun
firearm.
away.
Okay.
I
okay.
readied my gun so that I could draw it if I want to. But
Okay, gotcha.
don't have it out.
The
Yeah.
gun is ready. Okay. Listen, I don't want to get nasty. You're nice enough folk. I need this score. And it's not shareable.
I don't want to get nasty either. But I've had a hell of a day. I want to know what it is.
Why don't you roll me a manipulate?
Uh-oh.
This is why I went with Robert. I could hopefully we can work together.
So bad at manipulation. that's no successes.
Now, can I make like a possible suggestion for a game mechanic that this game doesn't explicitly have, but sometimes maybe should?
Mm-hmm.
Which is manipulation is using empathy as a stat, with the skill of manipulation adding those two together. But surely for certain subjects, like when you're a big intimidating person who is trying to use your size to intimidate a person, you should be able to use the stat of physique with the skill of manipulate.
I
And
agree.
those together, right? Because the stat that you are using for the manipulation isn't to do with how well you know the person. It's just to be like,
Chase did let me roll manipulate to steal a thing last.
So,
session.
like,
Yeah.
I wonder if you could be like,
Oh.
roll 5 dice. That's a 0 manipulate skill, but a 5 physique. I know it's
Are
not
you-
actually the rules of Vaesen, but it's
Are
a
you
fun
tr-
way to think about stuff.
Yeah, no, and I think you can use other skills. Like I would let you use force on
Oh.
occasion to intimidate. Are you
Yeah.
trying to shake
Yeah.
down?
I mean, that's what it
okay.
sounded like to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah,
I
go-
want to get nasty.
Go ahead and roll me
But
a
I
force
don't
then.
know.
We'll just
Oh,
ignore
hell
that
yeah.
last roll.
Let's go.
Let's go, Robert. 1 success.
That's 1 success.
Okay, yeah. So as you get kind of threatening, she looks a little more tense. She grips the knife a little tighter. All right, I'm not sharing it, but I can share a bit of information. Maybe even give you the context so you can go at your own score. But that's it. I'm not giving up this box. You'll have to take it from my cold dead hands. There's some kind of glass knife in here and some kind of fancy book.
Ah,
Some kind of shady folk from up to the northeast wanted it.
May I simply take a look? I will not touch it. I simply wish to see it. That is all. And if it makes you feel better, perhaps Robert can take a few paces back. I just want to observe what is inside.
Sure. Few paces back. I'll open it up and I'll show you. Already got
I'll hand the
through
dog
lock.
to you, Robert.
This is a
All right.
shit lockbox. Yeah, so you step back and yeah, she'll click open the latch on the lockbox, which has clearly been busted. And she opens it up, and inside there's a very nice felt lined or a felt lining inside with indents fitting the 2 items inside. There's a pretty lengthy, just shiny black glass looking knife with some intricate designs around the handle. And then inside there is a book as well. It's like a big, thick looking, very decorative, old looking tome. And You can probably catch the name from a few paces back. It is labeled Lexicanum Draconium.
I'm going to try and take just a half step forward. Not like I'm just shining the lamp on it. I'm like clearly just looking and trying to get a better look.
Yeah, and as you get a peek in the light shines on it, you get a good look, and then she slams the case shut.
I have a suggestion that you should try, but I don't want to suggest it because I'm not here. So I just want you to know, if you're trying to think of a way to get this, that Galen and all the stuff you know about him has a very reasonable suggestion so that we can obtain this knife.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Stab her. Oh, stab her.
What are you planning on doing with all that?
I'm gonna go sell it. If you want to get your own score to sell, some fella up in let me see if I can not butcher his name, Yonkoping, named Selgo.
Is that your buyer?
Yep, one who tipped me off too.
Huh. That's very interesting. I've heard he's quite cheap as these things go.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and roll me and manipulate on that one?
Hey.
Liar face.
Okay. Roll.
Successes.
3
wow.
successes. Goodness.
Oh, he's cheap. Oh, he told me he
What do
wasn't
you mean
cheap,
by
but now he is.
that?
Oh,
He's
Have
the
you-
one who tipped you off, isn't he? I know it.
oh no, we have our own source of information.
Well, then who tipped you off? I already figured he was cheating me.
Someone who's going to pay us a lot more just for that information. And we could pay you even more than what your buyer has offered. If you are willing to part with it peacefully, that is. I don't see why we have to resort to barbaric violence. And I kind of cast a glance at her dagger.
You want to buy it? It saved me a trip.
Excellent.
She kind of looks nervously at both of you. Don't you try anything funny. We can have a bit of a closer proximity chat.
I hope you understand that just before this, we were directly behind you and you hadn't heard us and we didn't attack you. Shouldn't that buy us some sort of credit?
Yeah, I understand. This is a level of trust. I still don't fully trust you. We just tried to steal something together. We're both obviously some sort of flavor of shitheads to try and do something like this.
Yeah, exactly.
She walks up and she'll pull a folded parchment out of her pocket, and she shows it to you, Constance. It says in handwritten script, these are the items, and it has a picture. It has sketched out drawings of the book and this black glass blade, and then it says Beata Gideon's daughter is the target, and then there's a little sketched map to the ironworks. And then you see a skull with a scorpion tail winding around on the bottom left corner.
Oh no. Okay.
And then they have the reward posted at the bottom, which is the in-game equivalence of 6 capital.
That's insane.
How much do you have, Galen?
Look, every mission I have 12 capital.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm the
I couldn't
richest
remember
man
your
in-
numbers. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure we weren't putting you in the poorhouse. Okay.
But her getting 6 capital for it is an insane amount of money.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's a lot. Like, that's a small little fortune.
Am I correct in assuming that I don't recognize this name? The person who hired her.
Yeah, you don't recognize it.
Okay. Well, you understand we don't carry this much around with us, just out and about. So we'll have to arrange some sort of additional business.
Who's the buyer? They nearby?
They might be. As you know, information is quite valuable, so I don't part with it freely if I don't have to.
I'd rather make a deal directly with the buyer.
Well, this is his right-hand man, and I'll point to Robert.
Yeah.
Dealing with him
alright.
is essentially dealing with the buyer himself.
Yeah.
Let's make a deal then.
All right.
Right?
How much you gonna offer? Can you up that? Can you match
Yeah,
it even? I'll take it for a
easily.
match.
Easily. Easy match.
All right. In this case, I'm gonna need one of you to make me a resource roll to promise to pay, because this is a situation when that comes in handy. I'll let you choose which one does it since you're kind of bargaining together. I'm trying to find. There's a table here. You get a bonus based on your resource score, and I think you can still use manipulation.
So the way it works, I was just looking this up
Mhm.
because I've got a lot of money. Is so you can either roll for people who don't want to sell, you can roll manipulation, and you can add a bonus based on your resource level, which in this case would be a bonus of 5 dice because I have the highest resource level. Otherwise, when people are just like selling stuff, like as a shopkeeper, you can just roll your resource level to see if you can just purchase a thing, which in this case would be 8. So I have a resource level of 8. Or I
Yeah.
don't know if there's some form of like IOU, because I'd happily like reduce my capital next mission to pay for this now.
So it's
Like,
interesting.
wire
So
some money ahead.
yeah, so with the resources, so as I understood it when I read into this, so that table with the bonus, I believe, is a promise to pay. But I don't think you actually have to take the capital out of next mission, because the resources
No.
kind of they represent what you have for that mission. So like you're assumed to pay them back with your wealth.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
it's not really going to affect the next mission down the line. But I also think that bonus comes from kind of like how you present yourself. Like somebody who's very poor, probably going to look pretty poor. Galen probably wears the fanciest of clothes, where maybe Constance wears something a little more commonplace. So for this one, either Robert or Constance, you guys will have to use your resource score since you don't have big fancy nobleman Galen with you. Do you know what's your resource scores?
2. We are
2.
equally
no money.
equipped
Yeah.
for this.
We're
I'll
both
have you guys
just as
know.
poor.
I'm at a 6.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh, you guys are both so rich.
I'm I have
Oh yeah,
I
Katrina's
have
there too. Are you going to present
secret,
yourself?
but-
I have
oh,
a
but
secret
she's-
copy empire. So
That's true. But she is okay.
I'm off watching this happen
Yeah.
through a pair of binoculars laying down in a bush somewhere.
Yeah, and
So-
you probably can barely get bits of the conversation. Like you can piece together what's happening.
Civ has just said, let's make a deal.
Mhm.
Okay.
Are you interjecting at all, Katrina? Is there anything you want to
Not
do?
unless they summon me.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So let's have one of you roll manipulate. Do you know what the bonus is for a 2 resource, Galen, off the top of your head? Do you have that table pulled
I
up?
believe it's like nothing. It's nothing. It's literally nothing.
0. Okay.
I might take a small aside with Robert and
Okay.
excuse us just a moment. Do you think we should get Katrina out here? I mean, I know we're wearing our dinner best, but neither
Right.
of us has that kind of money. And Katrina at
Yeah.
least dresses like she might be in that neighborhood.
Right. I think that's a good idea.
Okay, let me try to smooth over the fact that we are going to pull a third person out with a large
Yeah.
firearm.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
All right. I'll just stand here.
Excellent. You're doing a great job. So we do have another representative who typically handles the more the finer details of these sorts of arrangements. We weren't quite sure of your disposition toward us, so we left her out there to be a sort of overwatch for us. Do not be alarmed. I'm going to call to her and she's going to come out. We once again mean you no harm.
Yeah, I get it. A tail. It's fine. Call
All
him
right.
out.
I'm gonna wave. I guess it's dark. I'm gonna walk a little ways and just kind of like flag you down with the lamp and everything.
Perfect.
And
Yeah.
I'll in the few paces back, I'll sort of give you the spark notes of what we're doing and what you need to do.
Katrina emerges from the dark forest like an avenging angel.
Are you strapping the rifle to your back?
She has it just slung over her shoulder.
Okay.
Like it has like a strap, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she'll wave you over. All right, we're doing business here to catch up.
I am quite aware of what we are doing, and it seems as if you want some sort of assurance that I will be able to pay. And I'm going to go ahead and roll my resources, Chase.
Okay.
It didn't, so I'm going to try this. Let's do...
So you roll a manipulate, and you get a modified based on your resources. Your bonus for resources with a 6 is a +2.
Uh-oh. Okay, that only leaves me at a 5. Let's go.
And you know what? I'll let you give your bonus to, if you want like Constance to make the arrangement. I think it makes sense that like you have the looking collateral, you have somebody talking. I would let Constance roll hers if you want and get your bonus.
Roll +2, Constance. I can assure you that I can pay. Constance, please finish this deal.
3 successes, baby.
Literally what you needed.
Oh, nice. Nice.
You got some kind of collateral or something? I'll give you narrative freedom if you have something that's kind of like valuable to leave in place if you want. Doesn't have to be something on your sheet.
Oh, okay.
Since this was a success.
Yeah, that sounds good. I am going to lean down, and out of my boot, I'm going to pull an ornate knife that has served me well in the long run, and it's got like inlays along the hilt, and she'll offer that as collateral.
Okay, she'll take it and she'll look at it. She'll give it a bite. And I look at the metal and all the ornate on it pretty close.
Did you just bite my... Please don't slobber on that regularly.
Gotta make sure this isn't counterfeit or something.
Did you learn a lot?
You're not making me confident with your business. How about you just shut up and let me check out the collateral? Officer.
Should have poisoned the dagger like she did.
Fine, this'll do. I know people, though, if you try to cheat me. And I know his full name, I'm pretty sure. I don't think he was even lying to me, if I'm picking up on things right.
And if you cheat me, then I will be handling this personally.
Well, I'm going to give this to you right now, so I won't be cheating.
Perfect.
You, will I?
I want that dagger back.
Well, with payment comes the dagger, and she'll hand over the lockbox, and she'll sheath the dagger on the same belt she's got her poison dagger with. How's you doing business with you? I'm going to be staying for a bit in Yonkoping. You can meet me there. There for 2 more months. You got that long. Just ask around for Civ.
Yes, I think we've got what we needed. I hope you might consider us potential... I hope you might consider us in the future if you see potential for more business that might be mutually beneficial.
We'll see how this goes. Then we can talk about that.
Well, you're leaving alive, so I would say it's gone quite well.
Wow, optimistic. Enjoy your new toys. Looks like some kind of Scottish shit anyways. She's going to twirl the dagger and she's going to just turn around. She'll kind of nervously do a double check and she's going to continue on her way.
I'm glaring daggers at her.
Robert, what about her signaled potential ally? I just would love to know the process that happens in your mind when you go about handing your full name to people, making promises without checking with the rest of us. Just help me to understand.
Look, when I saw her, I was also dealing with Swine. And when it comes down to it, I'm picking anyone over Swine.
All right. I'm just not going to be the one to tell Galen how much money we promised.
He'll take it out of my pay, I'm sure.
All right. I am cold, and I would like to get out of Robobog.
Excellent. Let me
In
see if they
this
have.
in this moment, like Robert, maybe uncharacteristically, but after having, I mean, this really isn't Robert's wheelhouse, like dealing with people with words instead of his fists. So he will take his vest off and offer it over to Constance, as since she said she was cold.
Oh, how nice.
Constance seems genuinely surprised, but will accept it with
Matt is
thanks.
just finding any excuse to slowly undress
Hey,
on our stream.
All right. Who would like to add this black glass or obsidian dagger to their inventory? Who am I putting?
Ooh,
it
who's
on?
gonna touch the dagger? Who's gonna touch the book?
I will share with the group. Well, you guys, I mean, Robert saw this, but Katrina, I'll make sure you know that the buyer was from that organization that's been
Right.
So I'm not quite sure if if any of us wants to handle these objects without a thorough investigation first.
Then let's just leave them in the lockboxes and let Galen do the initial inspection.
I think I'll offer it to Katrina since she's the one who traded her precious dagger away for
Okay,
the goods.
perfect. Yeah, she will.
Okay. So this works just like a typical knife, but it also is obsidian, and that's that. All right. Okay. You guys are heading back to the homestead.
Yeah.
It's pretty late now by the time that you guys get back.
Did Galen have enough time to like do some research since he had a horse to like figure out anything about dragons?
So
I think he was reading the journal. Oh, did the journal not take that long?
No, the journal would be, the journal was pretty brief. In fact, I mean, I think you probably would have had just about enough time to get through the journal all the way by the time they got back.
And I'm happy that because obviously the dragon research is going to be easier when we have the book called "This Book is About Dragons. Please read this for the secrets." That's probably the better one to read.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right.
Wait. Question. I forgot. Are we going to the revival meeting?
Oh, the revival meeting's on as well.
Ooh, what time is the revival meeting?
The revival meeting was happening shortly after the dinner, so it may be in progress at the moment.
Ah, shit.
Well, because
Did Galen go? Or
yeah, could I be? Because that was our original plan, was to head back and wait for the revival meeting to start. So maybe if they're off doing all this chasing and chomping, can I head to the revival meeting while they're gone?
Yeah, for sure.
And I'll do my research later. I'm just dropping stuff off back at the house.
Ah.
All right, yeah. So you're just strolling up to the Ironworks.
I've been invited.
Into the
I'm
revival
rocking up.
meeting. Very nice. All right. Yeah, you get to the entrance where you typically walk into the Ironworks, and there is a couple iron boys there standing, just kind of chilling, which they haven't been before. They almost look like they're keeping watch. And one of them walks up to you.
Ore boys who've been promoted, and you get to become an iron boy?
Yeah, exactly.
I was an ore boy once. Look at all those ore boys.
They hold out a hand. Hey, wait a minute. You're with that group that's being kept up at the homestead with Alfred?
Yes.
You're not welcome back here. There's an investigation going on.
You talked to Beata. She said we could come for the revival meeting.
Beata's the one who's doing the investigation. She was robbed after you left the house today.
What? Oh no, this is terrible.
Listen, between you and me, I saw what your people did for our guys out there, trying to patch them up. If it weren't for that, I would be calling the foreman here and he'd probably be cracking your bones. I don't want to see you get hurt, so I just recommend that you leave. Pretty sure you're suspect number one. Your crew.
Thank you. I know we must all look out for each other, whether we be ore boys, iron boys like you, or gold boys like myself. But I will take your advice to heart. I will go. But I warn you, if you yourself are going to the revival meeting, you must be careful. Because
Damn,
who knows what
revival
these
meeting's
strange-
canceled today.
The whole meeting is cancelled.
How am I
These are
supposed
very-
to save my soul without those meetings from that angel?
I will tell you how to save your soul. You must pray alone to our Savior Jesus Christ. Don't worry about all this Satan.
I tried
talk.
that. It's not the same.
You should go into the desert for a certain number of nights, and Satan will try to tempt you, but don't listen to him, and then you will come back a more pious individual.
Like, is that what a pilgrimage is?
Well, a pilgrimage you would go to get somewhere else. You know what? You could go to a pilgrimage. You can walk down to do the Spanish pilgrimage whose name I've forgotten right now. Everybody in the chat will tell me. You know that famous one. It's been around. It starts with a C or something. But you can go and do that pilgrimage. Don't stay here working like an iron boy. Travel like a holy boy and become closer to your God. All right, but thank you for the warning. I shall leave now. Don't tell
Thanks for
anyone
the
I was
advice,
here.
rich man. I won't.
Yeah, I know. We can all just take some time off our jobs and go on a pilgrimage. It's very easy. Pay your men to take some time off and then go on a quick trip. Okay. All right. The Camino? El Camino. Is that the pilgrimage? I think it is. Bye. I turn on go. I'm not gonna hang around while I'm being investigated.
Okay. All right, heading back home.
Yeah, I'll just head back to Alfred's place.
All right, you guys all gather back at the homestead. Alfred's busy making a very pitiful meal with what he's got for everybody. What are you guys doing?
Well, if we're all back, I think it's an evening of research for Galen.
So we are approaching nighttime. So you guys do have the option to, if you haven't taken a rest today, which I don't think any of you have taken a rest this day, you can take the rest activity. You can just get the best sleep that you can get.
Yes.
And you can
Praise.
recover 1 to 2 conditions. You have to make a force test because it is still unbearably uncomfortable heat.
Okay.
Galen,
Even though
if you
I
want
have a bed?
Hmm?
Even if I have a bed?
Yeah,
She's the
it's
only bed.
not,
How about-
not a great bed.
Okay.
Galen, if you want to stay up through the night, that's fine. You don't really have a penalty from that for like the first night. If you try to go like night to night, not sleeping, you'll have to make tests.
Well, look, I will get some sleep, but not enough to be an actual rest because I'll spend some time
Okay, yeah, I
doing
like
the
it.
research.
Okay. So Katrina, you recover 1 condition.
Oh, thank God.
I
Robert,
got-
you can recover 2.
Yes.
Is it a minimum of 1?
Minimum of 1, maximum of 2.
Okay. I only have 1, so I'm just not going to roll. So I'll just recover the 1.
All right, I like it. You have not had a good rest, Katrina. I think you failed both of these tests.
Well,
on
I
your rest.
drank a lot of coffee, so it's kind of tracking.
Excellent. All right, and then Galen, as you're studying through the night, what is the topic of your research? Are you looking through this book that they brought back?
All right. Well, first of all, I think to be properly true to character, I'm probably not researching through the night. I'm probably just waking up at like 4 a.m.
I like that.
Galen had to get up at 4 to go and use the bathroom. Then he came back and he couldn't sleep because he's awake now.
Okay.
And so he's just like, I'll just research while everyone else is sleeping in like bloody teenagers until 8 a.m. God, disgusting. And I'll be doing some research. So I think, look, we know at this point, we're all pretty sure we are dealing with a dragon.
Mhm.
We know that a dragon is here. We know how long it has been angry, which is since the sad and bad boys were children, which is, I'm assuming, what's caused all of the long-term bad effects of this area, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the crops dying and things. There's an angry dragon who's been mad. We know that where they are. We know the cave that leads to the dragon's lair. Basically, I would be looking into to either how to placate a dragon whose treasure has been stolen, because that's what's happened. And we know where that, like the form of that treasure, roughly where it is. We know its fire has been stolen, its money has been stolen. So whether like giving that back will placate a dragon, or failing that, how to kill a dragon. And whether or not this knife and book are there explicitly for the killing of a dragon. because as we found out seconds ago, Galen is a very religious man, and maybe he fancies himself a bit of a St. George. He's going to kill the dragon himself. I don't know, but I want to find out, and whether or not it's just give the money back. But if the dragon steals money from people, I don't think giving its money back to placate it is a long-term solution. So maybe we find a way to slay a dragon. I don't know. That's the research.
Are you
Location and
reading
murder.
the lexicon? What was that book
I'm
called?
reading the
Lexicanon Draconian.
Lexicanon Draconian.
the Dragonomicon. I'll be reading that to figure out what's going on with dragons. But I also have all of my old books and scrolls that I brought with me.
I like
so I
it.
don't know if there's a bonus that trumps other boni, but I can roll.
Yeah, you can stack them all up. So okay, so just make sure you three are resting. You're going to be studying at the very bright and early of the morning. Any other scenes that we need to do before we skip ahead to the next day? Okay.
I'm ready to take out a dragon. Let's go.
All right, I like it. So middle of the night, a little bit of sleep that you're getting, Galen. Dead quiet out here. Not even any wildlife around. It's so hot and dead around here. So it's just a pretty quiet night. And it is just interrupted by the shattering of wood. All of you are asleep in the house. The door is on the ground. All of you, this is loud enough, it's going to jolt all of you awake. And you guys see a huge figure standing in the doorway, just making his way in. And we're going to go into initiative.
Is it
Swine?
Swine?
Research. We
It
got
is Swine.
Oh my
Swine,
gosh.
you piece of pig.
Can you imagine a worse way to wake up? I don't know that I can.
But seriously, what the hell is wrong with us? That I went down to the ironworks and found out they are looking for you. The people who you explicitly told exactly where you were staying.
Yeah.
And then none of us even thought for a second to be like, maybe we should go somewhere else. What is wrong with us? We were just like, yeah, let's do some We're dumb. We deserve to be killed by swine.
We're confident.
Do you
We're
think that
confident in our
if we kill this guy, you think we'll be in more trouble?
Oh, I don't think
Or
we
is
can get
this
more trouble.
self-defense?
And I think killing swine, that's it, right? The only thing that happens when you're in trouble is swine attacks you. So we kill
That's
him.
fair.
That's
All right,
fine.
cool. Let's get him.
All right, I forgot that the initiative is broken in this game with the current update, so I'm drawing for everybody. Swine is drawing 2 cards and taking the better because he technically has a surprise.
That's fair.
He only got a 7. All right, let's see. Robert got a 3.
3, okay.
Katrina
High for me.
Katrina got a 5.
Damn it.
Remember, lower is better in
okay.
in Vaesen. Let's see. We need to get you in combat. We need to get Alfred in combat. We need to get Galen in combat. All right. Constance got a 1.
Oh, why do I go first?
Swap with me. We can swap.
That's true. That's true.
All right. Alfred and Galen both got 8s.
Maybe you can make him propose to you too.
That's it. That's how you get him.
Yikes. Yikes.
Okay. We are going to go ahead and we are going to begin this encounter. So did you say that you wanted to swap with somebody? Tori?
Yeah, I'll swap with Katrina.
Okay, so we'll give Katrina the 1 and we will give Constance the
5.
5. Thank
5.
you.
Yeah, so
I forgot
Robert
so
will be ahead of
quickly.
me too.
I've already forgotten mine. I hope no one asked me to remember it. Chat,
You're
tell me what
8.
mine was. 8.
You're
If you
8.
click on the swords, Bill, it'll have the list there too.
I'm just going to give Alfred a 9. I'll let you
cool.
go
Up in the
before
top,
Alfred.
yeah.
Beautiful.
All right. So door bangs open. Alfred gasps awake. What's happening? And Katrina, you're up.
To arms! And I'm gonna just reach down by my bed, pick up my rifle, and just bring it up from a still prone position and try and take a shot at him.
Okay, what's the minimum range of your rifle?
1.
Because you guys 1. So you guys are all at 0 right now. You're in a tight house, so the rifle will not be effective at the moment.
Damn it, Chase.
Yeah.
Don't you have a
Okay.
saber?
I do. I just like I have cool bonuses to ranged combat stuff.
Let's make it cinematic. You do that. This won't hurt your actions, but like you raise the rifle up and he just comes storming over to you, grabs the barrel and yanks it down.
Okay. Then I'm gonna, with my other hand, pick up my sword and stab at him.
Okay, I like it.
Nice.
He doesn't even say anything as he comes storming in. He is just this huge hulking boulder that is quietly forcing his way in the house.
Why the 3
Wow.
successes?
Oh my gosh.
All right. I guess I should also explain. He has a big old like sledgehammer in his hand.
Of course he does.
He is going to try to negate that with close combat.
Holy crap, Chase.
He did. He
Dang.
That's
Parried
his
it all.
fast action. So you get that saber, you stab at him, he brings that hammer up and just blocks the saber.
Okay. And was it my fast action to swap with Constance?
I think
Was it your
drawing
fast
a
action
weapon.
to swap with Constance?
Mhm.
No. I think you can just choose to swap with somebody.
Okay.
Uh,
In that case,
I think you've done your actions. I think
Yeah,
fast was
I think
getting
so
all the
too.
weapons out.
Yeah, you had to prep your equipment since you were asleep.
Sure.
All right, Robert, you're up.
All right. Robert, every single time he's had to face Swine, he's been either shot or otherwise like recovering from injury. So this time he's feeling good. He has no physical conditions, but he is still angry. And at this point, now Swine is encroaching on our territory. And Robert is going to crack his knuckles and say, you know, I missed having a little bacon in the morning. And I'm going to run up and try to wrestle that sledgehammer away from him.
Excellent. Yeah, I will let you use. So that would probably be a force to try to disarm.
Let's go. Ooh, that's one success, but I am gonna push because I've got a vendetta against this guy. All right, that'll be a total of 3 successes.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, so with a force, with the extra successes, I'll let you either try to put 2 of those to a damage, or I'll let you put one extra. I'll let you add 1 damage to the disarm, or I'll let you move him a zone away. Like you can force him out of the house.
Oh, I'd like to move him out. Like specifically in this position, I want us all to be like at our most advantageous like formation. And so I'm going to try to force him out. So then Katrina and Constance, we'll be able to take some pot shots at him.
Do you want to go with him, or do you want to just like shove him out and stay in the house?
Oh, I'll go with him.
Okay.
With him.
So we have Swine and Robert 1 zone away from the rest of you. And you wrestle that sledgehammer away from him. You shove him back. As you push him out of the house, you see he's got on his other hand, he's got some knuckle dusters on.
Okay. Sounds like someone needs some performance enhancement. I see how it is.
He just gives a deep growl as you wrestle him out. He gives a big scream as he's wrestling with you. Why are you so strong for being so damn little? And that's it for Robert. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I
Constance,
may,
you're up.
can I make Robert stronger by using the power of the rules to Vaesen?
Sure.
I think technically with 3 successes,
Mhm.
you can go 1 success is dealing your normal damage.
Mhm.
An additional success can allow you to move him to a new location. And you could use your 3rd additional success or your 2nd additional success for either more damage, or you can also make him drop his weapon. They
So
seem to be the format of those.
he actually had 1 extra success because disarming Swine requires 2 successes.
Okay,
Because he's
sure.
extremely difficult to disarm.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Cool. But I think you should still be able to do basic damage.
Yeah. Except I don't think it's I guess it could be an attack. Yeah. Yeah.
It seems to be in addition to as the way they work.
Yeah, that's true. Because I guess technically you attack to disarm. So yeah, let's do it. What is the? I think it's just 1 damage if you're hand-to-hand combating.
Yeah, unarmed. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll give him 1 physical condition.
Sick.
Okay, excellent. What you got, Constance? What are you doing?
Panicking. Well, what is Alfred
looks like just in shock. He's sat up against the wall, kind of wondering what's happening. He just woke up. His door got slammed in. Robert throwing a huge hulking man out of the house. He just looks like he's in shock.
Ooh. I'm okay. Here's what it is cinematically.
Mm-hmm.
I sit upright like everyone else and scream as Swine plows through the door, and I am frantically like searching through my stuff to find my revolver, and instead I first find that amulet. Is it
Set him on
Does it
fire.
feel
Magic
burning?
amulet, set him on
Does the
fire.
amulet feel
Magic
burning? It
amulet.
sure does.
Ooh.
If you're actively trying to see if you can pull something
it
from
wasn't
it
like
does.
I think it's not really conscious. Like Constance is searching around. She's like, "Where's the revolver?" And like her hand brushes the amulet first, and she finds that she has grabbed it instead of the revolver for some reason, and so she's gonna just go with it and lean into it.
Okay, you're gonna try to pull on the magic that you can feel within it.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Why don't you go ahead and make me a magic test of? You know what? This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna let you choose to roll up to 8 dice. It feels like a powerful burning force in it this time, and you're more conscious of it. You feel like you can pull energy out of it. You can pull just a little bit out. You can pull all of it out. I'm gonna let you roll up to 8 dice. It's gonna be your choice.
Wow. What is so like I imagine the emotion here is mostly like fear, like stress, and like just getting rid of like the threat as fast as possible.
You know, when you grab that amulet though,
Mhm.
the amulet almost feels like it makes you angry.
Angry. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna pull on it a lot.
You can also add cursed or blessed dice to it.
I am well aware.
Everything.
Okay. Yeah, I see Robert wrestle Swine out the door, and Constance I don't think has really great conscious control over this part of her yet, or whatever this force is. So I don't think she really knows better than to open the fire hose kind of thing. And she also just woke up. She's panicked. So I'm going to roll all 8.
Okay, I like it. Give it a roll.
Okay. Oh, this is not going to track very cleanly because I'm just rolling. So we'll have to physically count them. 2 successes.
Nice.
Okay. So this is what happens, Constance. As you pull on that, you feel just this anger burn up from the amulet. And as you pull on it, you almost feel like you're pulling that anger into your own heart. And I mean, your intent here is to deal with the threat that is Swine, yeah?
Yeah.
Excellent. So I mean, as you direct that at him, it feels like the anger just turns almost this burning rage as you look towards Swine, and you just feel hot with anger in your chest, and the heat builds and builds and builds until you almost feel like you can see a heat wave radiating off of you. To those of you that are in the house, Constance is burning with an unbearable heat. You feel like it's hard to breathe. You feel like your skin is starting to burn. You can use fast actions if you have them to make an observation to try to resist this. Swine cannot because he already used his fast action.
I always so use mine.
Observation?
Mm-hmm.
Ready to roll my 2 dice.
You
I got
got
no
this.
successes.
Constance,
Oh,
I need
no.
you to roll an observation as well.
Okay.
Because this starts to get uncomfortable to you as well, the longer that it focuses on him. And you almost like you can't stop once you start.
Does Alfred get a roll?
Oh no.
Yeah, Alfred does need to roll.
I'm going to use my free push. I would like to use 2 cursed dice in addition to my pushing it. Okay, I got 2 successes.
Nice.
2 cursed successes.
Kill us
Okay,
all.
2 cursed successes.
I
You got nothing? Did either of you want to push?
I'm rolling 2 die. It's a waste of a push. 2 dice, nothing.
Okay. Did any of you want to? Well, you know what? Alfred
Just kill me.
Alfred
burn me
has
up.
to push, actually.
If I kill all of you guys, I am really sorry.
we have
No, it's all right.
blessed
I get
and
to make a
cursed
new
dice,
character.
though.
Okay.
Oh
so
no, Alfred.
You're out there, Robert, wrestling with Swine,
Yeah.
and you feel this like wave of heat, but you can almost see like a rippling in the air as the heat directs at Swine. It feels
Mhm.
very warm to you, even in the hot air already. Swine just ignites on fire and starts screaming. He's taking 4 physical conditions.
Oh, what a
Jeez.
loser!
His
What?
skin starts burning even worse than it was. He seems panicked, like as if burning is a huge fear for him. He goes running away from you
It's a
immediately
huge fear for us all.
and just collapses on the ground, seemingly dead. Those of you inside, so Katrina and Robert, or not, sorry, Katrina and Galen, you guys take 2 physical conditions each.
Okay.
As does August and, Alfred. And Alfred lights on fire, just like Swine did, and starts screaming and tries to roll and put the fire out. And we're still in initiative.
Oh my gosh.
Well, does that
Constance,
make
your
my
turn is over.
Oh, it's Swine's
Swine
turn.
is dead. So, Galen, you're up.
Can I mean, I want to try and put Alfred out. It's the plan.
You have blisters on your skin. Like, that was a very unpleasant experience.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting here like burned up, like skin just bubble. It's not at all good. My clothes have been absolutely ruined. I'm feeling terrible, but Alfred's literally on fire. So I'd like to do something to be able to cover him up. And I think literally I'm going to grab one of the like rolls that we've been using as beds, or maybe even like something from the bed itself, and holding it, just jump on top of him and try and smother him down. Whether or not that hurts me because I'm jumping on fire, I've still got another wound to take before I'm too dead. So I think that's the plan.
All right. I'll let you either do a medicine check on this or an agility test. Either you're carefully trying to put him out and not burn yourself, or I could see using medical knowledge to try to properly, safely put out a fire. I'll accept either one of those.
I don't have enough medicine knowledge. I think I'm just going to jump on top of him.
Okay, give me an agility.
And take the problems. Bonus dice -2. Why would I? Oh, because of my 2 physical conditions. So I'm really only rolling 2 dice.
We have bonus dice.
Yeah, okay. How many bonus dice do we have? How many non-cursed
We have 3.
dice?
We have 3 blessed dice.
Tell me it's not a good time for curse dice?
I'll roll. Well, I mean, I don't mind if the curse ends up being I also get more injured. I kind of don't mind having lots and lots of injuries. But I'm rolling the 3 blessed dice, so I'm rolling 5 dice. Let's go. I got 2 human successes.
Goodness, that's what you needed to protect yourself and put the
Nice.
fire out.
Well, I've done
my
it.
gosh.
You raiders, you have arrived just in time to see an old man hold a bed and use it to put out a fire on a poor, sad boy that our friend decided deliberately to set on fire. In a moment of pure sadism, thought, I can kill the enemy, but I'm also going to set our allies on fire. So that's where you're at. So now you know who's the good one in this situation.
What color were Constance's eyes? Like what's her normal eye color?
Purple.
Were my
What's-
eyes? I don't
what-
like that.
What's her normal eye color?
The eye color she was born with
Which is
Green.
is like a light brown.
a light
like
brown.
Yeah.
Cool.
Since she was a baby, she's had glowing golden eyes.
So you jump on top of Alfred, Galen. You're able to put out the fire. You can see that it looks like Constance's eyes were almost glowing fire orange, like maybe they were just reflecting the flame. But as you jump and put the flame out, you can see her eyes are still glowing with that kind of orange glow, even once the fire is put out. And Alfred is just groaning in pain. He's severely burned, but he seems to be alive. We're out of initiative. What are you guys doing?
Would I, from where I was, would I have known that Constance was the one that set Swine on fire?
Why don't you roll vigilance? Let's see if you noticed the glowing eyes and the stance and the trinket.
You're the
Okay.
only person in this entire place who is not currently on fire.
Oh my gosh. If you don't mind, I'd like to throw in 3 curse dice on this.
Yeah.
I mind. My new policy is
One
never,
success.
I've changed my mind. I think we should never use cursed dice ever again.
Yes, you did notice.
Okay.
In fact,
and that-
you almost felt the wave of magic coming from her. It drew your attention to her. You noticed the
Okay.
trinket in her hand before you noticed her eyes.
Okay. In that case, I'd like to run over to where Swine fell, and I'm gonna put a bullet in him before I come back.
Not a bad
Okay.
plan. It's not a
Double
bad
tap.
plan, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. With a bang and a gory finish, he doesn't budge, he doesn't scream. You're certain he's dead now.
Great. And then I'll just go back.
I'm still not certain he's dead.
What just happened?
Is
Where
there a
did the
back
fire
door?
come from?
Is there a back door to this place or only one door?
Only one door. It's like a shack for the
Okay,
most part.
then Constance throws the amulet down and just rushes. She just shoves like Robert out of the way as he's coming back in the house. She just runs outside away.
Are you
Yeah,
okay?
fair enough.
She does not answer you or anyone that talks to her. She just runs outside.
He'll run after her.
Guys, run.
She'll run
Katrina,
like because this is
Katrina,
like
you-
a farmstead.
We
right?
need to do treatment right now.
Yes, you're running. Katrina, quickly, this man he's just been on fire. Please, I don't know if you have anything in your bag, in your any medicine. I know you have been a medic before. Please, you need to look at this man.
We need to remain calm, Galen.
Okay, we're all on fire. You look at this man. I will put the bed out because the bed is also on fire.
Whoa, good idea. I would like to begin treating this man's wounds as quickly as possible.
Okay. Are you getting him out of the house?
Yeah. Is the house on fire?
No, it didn't like really go up. Like the there's maybe a small fire on the bed. The walls are maybe
Yeah, Galen
scorched a
can
bit.
put that
but-
out. I'm going to start
How can-
treating him as
How can
quickly
we
as
sleep
possible.
when our beds are burning?
Yeah.
All right, Katrina, you're looking to do a medicine check on Alfred.
And yeah.
Taking a look at these wounds, you're pretty certain that if he doesn't get proper treatment, he'll die. He's that burnt. It's pretty bad. So you have one check at a medicine here. It's not like if you fail, he dies right away, but if you fail the medicine, it's going to be out of
It's
your
gonna
capability.
get
You would
real
know
bad.
You're going to have to get him to somewhere else to be treated.
Okay. Well, then I'll just succeed.
Excellent.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
many
Roll a
how many
cursed
dice do we
die.
have? I know.
Not
Cursed
many.
dice.
2 cursed dice. If anyone wants to throw more dice in the pool
You
chat,
have
now would be
no
a
dice
great
to
time.
use.
Okay.
If you guys want to save Alfred's life, that
Just roll your
I
dice. you don't
so
need to.
carelessly
I
sacrificed.
don't have any minuses to this because I have the special emergency talent. I
Ugh.
don't think that I will roll curse dice just yet, just
Yes,
because I
do.
have my free push and I'm all jazzed up with my caffeine, which I'm gonna use
Oh
right
man.
now.
Fantastic.
Can I use the 2 curse dice?
Go for it. If you want to, yeah.
I vote against it.
Okay, I failed, so I'm gonna use it now because I've rolled 14 dice with 0 successes.
No, I think that's the gods telling you he deserves to die.
Oh no!
The gods of luck have told you that Alfred must die to continue our story.
That's so sad. Okay,
What do you think's
Chase.
gonna happen to 2 more dice?
We're gonna,
Alfred's dead.
yeah, I think I probably need multiple successes, and it's not likely. I can't believe I got all 0s.
That's insane.
That's rough. That's pretty rough.
I'm pretty sad about it. Okay.
Not using the cursed dice?
Chase, you made me doubt myself. All right, I'm gonna use the cursed dice.
No, I'm just asking. I'm confirming.
All right, no cursed dice.
Okay, fantastic. All right, you try to patch them up. You do the best you can, but you know you don't have the proper supplies for a burn of this degree.
All right. Chase, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to look up at Galen, and I'm gonna say there was only one other time that someone I thought was gone was healed. And that was by Constance.
Yes, but I mean, here Constance is the cause of the pain. I don't know if we can rely on her to take it away. Besides, she left this, and I pick up the amulet. And I say, so I don't know how much use she will be.
Galen, listen, Constance attacked me today. With a similar
What is
power.
going on with this girl?
She was angry at me for telling you all what happened. So I tried to hold my tongue this time, and look what came of that.
Where's Robert right now?
I was running
Chasing
after
Constance.
Constance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
Look, it is a moot point anyway. I do not know where Constance has gone. Maybe this is time to appeal to any last lingering senses of brotherly love. Could we put him in our little cart and take him to the house? Maybe someone there has supplies. I'm sure Beata, if she is trained as a priestess, may also have some training in medicine. This is perhaps the time we put him in the cart. We take him to see his brother. He will die here if we leave him. Maybe someone there can help. And Swine is as much a cause of this as Constance, so they cannot claim they are not responsible.
We could also try their old home.
This is the old home. The old home is full of nothing but fire and rubble.
No, Sunnerbow.
Sunnerbow.
They grew up in Sunnerbow.
Would we think there is a local doctor there?
It seems more likely that they'll treat him there than at a place where they're literally going to kill him if he steps foot in the area.
Okay, you are right. Maybe we take him to Sunnerbow. Let's go. But we must act now. There can be no more.
He's
time
going
for
to die.
decisions.
Okay.
He's going to die if we do not take him to this place. Let us throw him in his little cart, and we will get the horse going, and we will go as fast as we can.
We're gonna.
All
That's
right.
the plan.
Yeah.
And with that, with the plan set, let's go to break.
Okay.
We're going to take a quick break, about 10 to 15 minutes, chat. So we'll see you
Here
somewhere.
I am
between-
thinking we're going to kill a dragon, and instead we're going to save a weirdo.
If to save a man who's definitely not named August.
Yes, this is Alfred. August is bad, but other August is good. But Alfred is always good.
Fantastic. All right. Yeah. We'll be back in like 10 to 15 minutes, chat. So stick around and we'll see you in just a bit. All right. Welcome back, everybody. We just ended a crazy encounter with the foreman of the Ore Boys, Swine. Constance activated the magical amulet she's been playing with this adventure, and it was very effective at killing Swine. It lit him on fire, slew him pretty much instantly, but it also had a massive heatwave effect that hurt everybody else. So Constance and Robert just ran off. Everybody else is with Alfred, who is severely injured at the moment and in seek of professional medical attention. And that's where we're at. So what are you guys doing?
Well, first off, I need to warn everybody at home that I have the hiccups now, and it's horrendous. So if I'm trying to talk and I hiccup too much, there you go. I apologize. But we figured out that what we're going to do on our end is we know how much it costs to get medical service. It's going to be bad, people. How much it costs to get medical services. So I'm going to try and write like a check to pay for a doctor so that Katrina can go up and get that organized while I can actually sit and do my dragon research finally.
Okay. I love it. So that's the downtime plan. Constance and Robert. What's the deal with you two? You ran after Constance. Constance, let's talk about where you went. What are you doing?
So sorry. Could you actually do Katrina first? I have to take care of my dog really quick, so I'll just
sure.
be right back.
Yeah. What's your plan, Katrina?
So Katrina is going to be the one escorting this man to Sunnerbow, like do all the paperwork to get him set up with a doctor and probably rest at the clinic while he's being treated.
Okay. So you guys got attacked like in the middle of the night, like the wee hours of the night. You guys have the premium carriage that you bought, so you don't have to spend any resources to get there because it's kind of a full service deal. This will take the good portion of the next day. Like you'll probably be getting back, if everything goes well, just right before evening on the following day.
Fair.
It is going to cost 2 resources. So Galen, while we're waiting for Tori, why don't you just go ahead and roll your resource roll for that?
Yep. I'm setting up an 8-die roll. I need to get 2 successes. Oh my god, please.
Getting scorched with fire would give me the hiccups too, I think.
I got none.
Oh my
But I really want
god!
this to work out, so this can be my free push.
Okay.
And there are my 3
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
What a free push. I thought we were losing August for a second.
No. Well, look, we'll never lose August because he's either at home
Thank you, Alfred.
Alfred,
we need to lose August.
You mean Alfred?
No, we need to lose
Alfred's
August.
Okay.
Oh.
Lose at least 1 August, but Alfred, he should be all right. So we have enough money to pay for the doctor easily.
Okay, excellent.
May I do a roll to see if I rest well enough to remove some of these damage conditions?
You know what? With that extra condition, I will say that the doctor kind of helps patch up a little bit of your wounds as well.
Oh,
and I won't make you roll for the difficult rest.
Okay, so I can remove 2?
Yep. If you're
you.
taking your rest for the downtime, then
I will
yes.
take my rest as well.
Excellent. So skipping back a little bit, before you guys head to the doctor, Constance, Robert, what's happening with you two?
This is like a farmstead, right? There's like a fence or fields or something.
pretty sad one.
Okay. Constance will just run for a while, not like a mile or anything, but just like she's gonna run,
not a gump run,
well away from the house, and actually she's gonna go to the fence where she and Alfred were looking at the stars right before the pillar of fire came down and destroyed the rafts, and she just collapses onto the fence and is just gasping, sobbing, screaming. Yeah.
Okay. And Robert, you're right behind her.
Yeah.
When you approach Constance, her eyes have just the most subtle hint of just this orange glow. They look like amber more than brown. Like it looks like her eye color has permanently changed. And even when the moonlight doesn't catch them right, there's the faintest little orange glow. Constance, I need you to note somewhere on your sheet that you have a condition called ember eyes. And that's all we'll worry about with that for now. Sorry, go ahead and continue, Robert.
Well, Robert is gonna, all the while running, is gonna be yelling out, Constance! Constance! And then when she finally collapses, he's going to, at that point, he's gonna, probably stop maybe 10 feet away and just kind of slowly walk up, just trying to make sure that he's within her eyesight, so that, her periphery, so that she doesn't think someone's sneaking up on her or anything. But he's gonna say, Constance, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Everything will be okay. Katrina is gonna save him. She saved me yesterday. It'll be fine. Don't worry. Please.
She turns and just shrieks at you. Get away from me!
No, please. Constance. We're in this together. Okay? We're in this together. Look, I don't know what you did, but I don't hate you for it. You are still my comrade. You're still my friend. And I'm here with you. And I'll go down to my knees, like, with her.
Of course you could say that just because you went burned to a crisp like everyone else inside. I doubt
Look.
you would be saying all this if you ended up like Alfred or Swine.
You didn't kill Swine, okay? And I'll like raise my revolver up, and like if Constance will allow, I'll like kind of put the side of the barrel next to her hand just a little bit to show the heat and say, I killed Swine. I was the one who killed him. He ran off. I was afraid he was going to go get help. I took care of him. You haven't killed anybody. You have killed no one. Alfred is going to be okay because of Katrina.
And the only reason he burned in the first place is because of me.
Look, everything we do, everything, even by accident, and that I can't imagine that you intended to burn him. That was an accident. Just like how I didn't intend to get us into the situation with Civ. I trusted her. But look, we make mistakes. They're accidents. They happen. We can only go forward, Constance. We can only move forward. We can fix this. We can make this right. But I need you to be with us.
She doesn't say anything, but just turns and trudges back toward the house after she sees the cart leave. Or the wagon, I mean the carriage.
Robert is gonna like catch up to her and just silently walk right next to her.
So are Constance and Robert going to join the trip to the town, or are they going to stay back?
Constance is not gonna go.
Wherever
I don't know. Does Katrina say anything?
Yeah, Katrina looks very tired and she's got blisters in her clothes and her skin is all singed. And she's going to look really just bone tired as she looks over at them. We don't know if they're going to attack again. You need to stay with Galen in case they come for him.
Galen is not here. Before Constance gets back, Galen has taken his books and just sort of walked away a little bit so like he's given you the check for the doctor, figured out you want to go to the doctor. I just don't want to be in the same house as Constance, and I've gone somewhere, anywhere, like an abandoned house down the road. I haven't told people where I am.
Do you have the amulet?
I've still got the amulet, and I've got the dragon book, and I've got the journal. So if I die, we lose everything.
And you have the glass blade?
No, Katrina has the glass
Katrina
blade.
has the glass blade.
Okay.
But
Excellent.
I'm not
Maybe
there
I'll
when
give you
Constance gets
guys.
back.
I'll give you guys the glass blade and I'll say, figure out how to stop this from happening. Leave Alfred to me.
Robert will take it. Like he'll intentionally step forward to take it, just thinking that maybe Constance doesn't want to deal with another weapon.
It's reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Is Alfred still in the house?
No, I'm probably loading him in the carriage at this point. I feel like she has him loaded and she's like climbing up to actually leave with the carriage when they walk back.
He's breathing really heavy. Not looking so good.
I have to go. I have to go now.
Constance, Is Constance okay?
Alfred, I'm so sorry.
You didn't do anything. You protected us with the rest of them.
I'm so sorry. She'll run into the house.
He kind of tries to do like a weak, comforting wave. And just slouches back down. You load him into the carriage. Okay. We'll go to downtime here. So Katrina, you are taking him into town. No, so are you the one dealing with the paperwork on it? Because if so, you can't do the rest.
Dun,
Oh.
dun, dun.
I thought that was part of the whole it takes a full day.
It does, but somebody well, how about well, we'll let you take the rest. I think that's fine.
Thank you.
Can't be that intensive paperwork.
And for people at home, that's how you make a marriage work. It's compromise.
Galen, you're doing your research, I imagine, for the downtime. Okay.
Yep.
What about Robert and Constance? And are you two sticking together, or are you guys just both kind of at the homestead doing your own things?
Constance wants to be alone, but I don't know what Robert is doing or thinking of doing.
If Constance ran into the house, Robert will be in the house, but he's not gonna like approach her. He's just gonna make his presence known, that he's there. He's always there. We're not going to leave her because it seems like she's in a pretty fragile state right now. So every now and then Robert might like fake a cough or something just so she knows that he's around. But he's also just staying there, keeping an eye, making sure that if anyone is coming, he can let her know.
Excellent. I love it. All right. I love that conversation between Robert and Constance, by the way. That was great. Sorry, what you saying, Constance?
That's okay. I'm gonna just walk. I'm just gonna take a really, really, really long walk to the lake.
To the lake. Okay, you got it. All right, let's go through some downtime things. Katrina, you're resting. The doctor is pretty grumpy, old, not pleasant doctor, but professional and gets the job done. You get a nice rest while August is being treated, and August is treated well. Super bad burns, worse than he was before, but alive and stable. Robert, as you're just kind of hanging around, you feel a burning sensation in your pocket. Your pocket feels heavier than you remembered leaving it.
I'll take a look in my pocket. I'll plunge my hand in there and pull out what it is.
If Chase offers you 8 dice to roll, Matt, don't do it.
The amulet is in your pocket. You don't know how it got there. You don't remember it getting there, but it's in your pocket.
The amulet?
The amulet.
The amulet.
Galen, you seem to have misplaced it somehow.
Ah.
Okay. I mean, I've just recognizing like the potential power in this. I'm just gonna drop it like where I am. I'll just like drop it and take a couple steps away from it, just kind of looking at it, just trying to make sure nothing happens.
Okay.
If nothing happens, then I'll approach it again, and I imagine I just kind of wrap it up in my headscarf here, and
maybe my shirt as well. I might just
Notably, as you step away from it the first time, you almost feel this physical connection with it. It gives you a feeling in your chest that's similar to that of when you're hugged by a loved one, as if it's calling you back to pick it up.
Oh man.
That seems safe.
Okay. If I can wrap it up, I'd like to wrap it up, but then kind of keep it in my hands.
Yeah.
and just kind of see like if I get that sensation, if that intensifies more.
As soon as you pick it back up, the sensation goes away and it just kind of feels like a normal amulet again. It cools. It's no longer burning.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I got all the fire out of it, so I think it should be good to go now.
Worked out all the kinks.
Yep.
Excellent. All right, Constance, you're just taking a walk. There's nothing that you're trying to do special with downtime, right? Just cooling off.
I guess I'll wander back over in the general direction of the cavern.
Mhm.
I'm not going in. I just want to like basically just see if things seem the same as they were.
Cool. I like it. All right, Galen, let's do some research, shall we?
All right.
You have this book.
I'm sitting out. I'm sitting on a pile of unnecessary books with like a tree stump as my makeshift table, and I've got laid out in front of me the Dragonomicon, or whatever it was called, the Lexicode Draconis, the language of dragons. I've got my old scrolls that I brought specifically about this area and things, and all those previous passages I had about dragons, and I've got the journal just in case there's anything to cross-reference detail-wise. And I would like to roll, as we said before, to look at either whether the pacifying a dragon is possible by returning its treasure, and kind of how long that would last as a thing, or like, whether it would still be a danger forever, or if, based on having that glass dagger and things like that, is there a way to kill a dragon?
Sure. All right. So let's go ahead and let's do some dice rolls. Now, before we do this, we have to establish a character fact here for Galen, because this book is written in a very old, choppy, complex Latin. So we're going to have you roll.
I would be shocked if Galen doesn't speak Latin.
Yeah.
He's a well-educated university lecturer / apparently theologian who's been studying history and monsters. Not speaking Latin would be wild, but we can try. If there's something to roll to establish it, we can. But come on, of course.
So that was step number 1, which determines the difficulty of this. But even as a speaker of Latin, this Latin is slightly different. It doesn't make complete sense. There seems to be gaps. Things seem to be slightly different. So now we're going to roll a learning check for you to see if Galen knows ancient Latin. And if you succeed, that's going to be a note on your character sheet going forward.
Okay, so I'm just basing a basic learning check. There's no extra pluses or minuses, but that is still 8 dice. So let's go.
Do it.
I have succeeded twice.
A note for
Middle Latin.
A note for you guys just for a feature in Foundry. I've shared like the monster journal entries with you players. You guys should have the ability to add notes to those if you would like to, if that's something you guys want to do. All right, let's get that learning test.
Okay, so I'm going to add a note to my character first.
Although
I had trouble adding a note. Here we go. My Foundry was broken last time we tried to do stuff, and I couldn't add notes, but now I can. Speaks ancient Latin.
Nice, you got it. Very good.
Author Suetonius.
So interestingly enough, if you did not, we would note that as well, and you would be losing 1 success from every learning check around reading ancient Latin text. But since you do now, you won't take that penalty, and that's going forward. So
I'm rolling my learning. Do I now? I have a bonus in general from using my old scrolls for learning checks, which is a bonus of 2. Is there a associated or replacement bonus for using the Lexicode Draconis?
Nope, this is just going to give you a different pieces of information. So I will tell you the maximum successes you can get here is 4.
Okay.
So give me any bonuses you got. If you have any advantages or anything you want to use, go for it. If you want to use dice, 4 is the max you can get from this.
All right. Well, I think I can therefore only add 2 bonus dice. Well, I do have a set of books as well. I don't know if I can combine them to get 3 bonus dice.
Yep. If you got them all with you and if they're all applicable, you sure can.
All right. Well, that's all I got. Wait, let me just check my gear. Slide rule, no. Rope ladder, no. Opera glasses. Can I put the books far away and get a bonus by using my opera glasses? No.
I learn better when I read from afar.
Bill is a genius when it comes to bonuses.
He's an old man, right? So he's doing the read a book, just read it, and then he gets it really far away and he gets some opera glasses out. All right, I make my roll. I've got 8, 9, 10, 11 dice. Let's roll.
10.
2 successes.
All right, 2 successes.
Do I want to push to add to the 6? I'm going to push because that's like rolling 9 more die.
Super good.
So I'm going to take, I have used my free push. Instead, I'm going to take the angry. Yeah, I'm going to take the angry because I am angry about various things.
Galen always gets angry when he studies. It's hilarious.
Yeah. And I'm going to push that last roll.
There we
Which is
go.
another 2 successes.
That is
So
a
I'm at
total
4
of 4 successes.
The total.
All right.
I'm really angry. But in this case, not at my books, not my source of study. I'm angry at myself and Constance and Gregor. But for now, let's look at these facts.
All right. I'm going to spit some stuff at you. You ready? Dragons are among the most horrible creatures in existence, but fortunately, they sleep for hundreds of years at a time. When a dragon wakes up, its energies can affect an entire region, including the weather.
As it has.
Dragons are very greedy and cannot tolerate anyone stealing their treasure. A human who comes into contact with a dragon's gold can be afflicted by a condition called dragon sickness and become as greedy as the dragon itself. The curse can be broken by separating the person from the treasure for at least a few hours. The most notable symptom of dragon sickness is a person having their eyes change to the color of gold. Dragons can breathe fire, read minds, change shape, and twist the vision of their victims. They can, however, be appeased with the appropriate gift or sacrifice. They are also sensitive to obsidian when fought in combat. Along with this information, you are also able to piece together the ritual to banish a dragon permanently, which is an extremely difficult feat. But
how do we do this?
The only way a dragon can be permanently banished is they have to be separated from their treasure hoard, and an iron knife needs to be thrown completely over the biggest mass of their hoard. And if that happens, all of the wealth that they have massed will disintegrate into nothingness, as will the dragon.
Okay, so here's what I'm getting. Let's do a quick recap. First of all, we don't need to worry about like, is the dragon in the wrong here? Dragons suck. They're rude and bad. No one likes them. Good. Fun fact number 1. 2, confirmation on stuff that we already had figured out. The dragon is responsible for the whole region's suffering. The dragon is responsible for August's greed and his weird glowing eyes. We can fix August by separating him from his treasure. That's fine. That's like an August fix. So if we take the lantern, we take the medallion from Beata and any other like coins and stuff we can find in his home, great. He's gone. Might be even easier. We could basically kidnap him, right? Keep all of his stuff in the mansion, get him away from it for a few days, and he'll come and he'll get over his dragon sickness. As long as he hasn't brought any coins with him, but we can do that, right? So that's a plan. But the dragon, if we wanted to just go down there and fight a dragon, we have a knife that is capable of fighting a dragon. But we would have to go into a cave and stab a dragon. That's not so good, especially because it isn't actually sleeping right now. It must be awake to be affecting the area, right?
And we don't know how many times we have to stab it.
Yeah, right. It's just an obsidian knife can hurt it. That doesn't mean like you get like you're barred from Lake Town and you get a little shot under its underbelly and you're fine, right? So we might have to be more careful. So that's scary. We could banish the dragon because we know where its treasure hoard is. So if we can lure it out and then have someone basically get chased by a dragon through the night skies as it leaves its hoard alone, we could then sneak into its hoard thing with an iron knife, hoop it over the hoard, all the hoard stuff disintegrates. Presumably, so would the treasure that was stolen by August. He could then get better. But basically, we either have to fight a dragon or we have to lure a dragon out so that we can sneak in while it's gone. Either way, someone's getting killed by a dragon.
Yeah.
But that looks like where we're at. So that's good to know. But that's going to be tough.
I'm not proposing this as a plan, just to be clear.
That's fine.
But it seems like sort of the minimum here is curing August and Beata. That's technically what we agreed to do. And then like the bonus would be, once again, not proposing that. I'm just saying that seems like the minimum standard, like we can do that at least. And then, so if we don't feel up to like dying to a dragon, technically we've done the job. We
No,
just didn't.
And if we do want to go and like deal with August, either in like kidnap him away from his house or go in, ransack the place, take all the stuff and leave, he's lost his biggest source of defense, which was Swine. Unless we go there and then Swine's back and it's like, we rested at the bonfire and he's back. I don't know, but that's kind of half dealt with already. Like the biggest obstacle.
If Swine is back, then we have additional Vaesen problems.
Yeah. If Swine is back, it's a whole new question. But I want to try and deal with the dragon, right? If we can save this entire place, that feels better than just saving August. And abandoning this place to an angry dragon. Because as well, like if August leaves with this, like, I don't know, if the stuff's still there, the dragon might just like ruin everything for everybody forever. So if we can deal with the dragon, it's probably not the worst idea. But yeah, either way, it looks like the dealing with the dragon is going to require an actual confrontation with the dragon. Unless we think we can get it to go somewhere without it chasing us. Leave a trail of dead deer from the mouth of the cave out into the forest, and it could go.
Or maybe gold.
Or gold.
If we steal some of August's treasure back.
True. My only worry with that
is
if we lure him out with gold that is technically part of his treasure, if he goes to that, even though he leaves the bulk of his hoard, he may not count as being separated from his treasure because he's literally like chilling with some small subsection of his treasure. So I don't know if the ritual would work. I think we have to get him away from all dragon treasure. Because if I was running it, I'd be like, no, that's still his treasure. Gotcha. And we all know Chase loves technicalities. Otherwise, my name would not still be Galen Fashkera. So I think I'd be worried about that, using the treasure as a lure, because then he's still with his treasure. So either we go and stab it with one knife, we go and get it to leave, and then throw and hoop a knife over its hoard, or we do both. We stab it with an obsidian knife, then run so it chases you because it's actually angry because you can hurt it. And maybe if you stab it with a non-obsidian knife, it'll be like, I don't care, go out of here. I'm not chasing you. I'm a dragon. But if you stab it with an obsidian knife, it has to deal with that. Then we run. We hurl an iron knife over its stuff. I'm assuming we can get an iron knife. I don't think that's tough. But someone's going to have to risk getting killed by a dragon.
Good recap.
Good analysis. I like it.
It's good that a recap is 10 times longer than the original information.
It's a fun way to present it. I love it. Also aside from the dragon beats, this book is just an extremely rare book for one's collection. It goes over the history of dragons. It goes over misconceptions about dragons, all of their different shapes and sizes, which ones are real and which ones aren't. So it's a fascinating book on its own, but those are the helpful bits of information that you pick out of the book. All right. So Matt, you're not doing anything notable on downtime. You're just kind of you're tailing Constance. Was that right?
Yeah, like I just presence known, but never confronting by any means.
Okay.
You follow me all the way to the lake?
Oh, you went to the lake?
I'm leaving.
Oh my gosh.
I'm out of here.
All right, then I'll just keep an eye on you from very far away.
You can have my opera glasses.
Yeah. I'll put my glasses back on too for this, so I can actually see her.
And I'll take mine off.
Excellent. I love it. All right. It is getting pretty near sundown. Katrina, you're on your way back with the carriage. Galen, you're off deep in books. Constance, you're across the lake. Robert is on the other side of the lake watching you. Typical, just uncomfortably hot evening weighing down on you. And Constance, as you're near the lake, and Robert as well, you can see near that cave underneath the water that you saw, it starts bubbling violently and steam starts raising out from where that cavern is.
More than the other times I've seen it, right?
Yeah, it looks like somebody like turned the jets on, like it's bubbling and steaming quite aggressively. What are you going to do about that?
Gonna yell to Robert to throw the dagger across the lake, and I'll run inside, single-handedly slaying the dragon and saving the world. That's what I'm gonna do, Chase.
Do you think that's going to be an
Roll to
agility?
succeed. I got 5 successes. I did it. Does it seem to be like if I sit and observe it for like a few minutes or like a couple minutes or whatever, does it seem to be ramping up, or is it like steady? No, it's building.
It seems to be intensifying.
Okay, then I am going to hoof it away from here.
Okay, away from the lake.
Yeah, I'm gonna, and it's all pretty shallow, so I'm gonna go cut across, but I'm gonna try to be headed toward the ironworks.
Oh, you're crossing across the lake.
That's how we got here the first time, right? Because it's shallow, right? Or is it not like?
No, it is shallow.
It's bubbling hot though.
Well, the whole lake?
No, I mean, if you're away from that cave.
I'm not walking through that water. Yeah. I'm gonna go like, I guess I'll go north. Then I think it's important to warn the ironworks people. I feel like things are about to get bad fast. So
Excellent.
whether I cross here or farther north or whatever, that like I'm headed in that direction.
Okay. You start heading up north along the lake, and not a moment too soon, because as soon as you turn and you start to run, there is just a jet of water that explodes from that cavern. Robert, and probably even Katrina, can see this from off in the distance. It shoots sky high. And as the water falls, you guys see this huge shape emerge from the water. Glowing eyes, glowing mouth,
dragon.
big leathery wings. This thing is humongous, larger than a big building. And it lets out this horrible, deep bellowing screech that sounds almost like thunder. But to you Thursday's children, you know that this is a bestial call. What are you doing here now, Constance? Because it looks like this is gonna be, it looks like it's flying up northward across the lake.
Like where I was
Probably
thinking
towards
of
the
heading.
ironworks. Yeah, so do you want to keep running, or do you want to take cover? Did you want to yell at it? Like, what do you want to do?
Okay. They've got docks, right?
They have docks. There's a bunch of the ore rafts out on the water.
Is there anyone out there right now, or like near the docks, or like looking?
Always.
Okay. I'm gonna get close to the shore, and I'm going to pull out my hurricane lamp, and I'm gonna just start like as fast and clear as I can. Start like can you Morse code with light, or is that the you can.
Yeah, you can Morse code
What's
light.
the sailor?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Whatever they use in the nautical, like, yeah, exactly. I want to start trying to deliver a message. I have no idea if anyone on that side will know what this means, but I'm not going to beat a dragon, right? I mean, like,
yeah,
that's not going to happen. So
let's roll a learning check to see how well you Morse code.
Okay. Oh gosh, do we have dice? We do have dice. I'm going to use 3 blessed dice.
Get after it.
1 success. I will push if I need more. I guess
No,
this is just
that's
for the
good.
Morse code. I know Morse code.
Yeah, let's go. Let's make that a character fact. Make sure you establish that somewhere. Constance
Okay.
knows Morse code.
Nice.
Was Morse code invented yet? I mean, it is in our world.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
was making
curious.
sure.
Cool.
So there, and at the very least, even if it wasn't Morse code, there's got to be some kind of nautical code, some way to signal.
Yeah, but you need a whole bunch of fun flags.
That's true.
Yeah, no, somebody responds back in the same code. You see another light flashing, just acknowledging what you had said.
Yeah, so what I am saying is basically like evacuate. Like,
Hello, sirs. How are you? I have a message
How are
for
you
you,
doing
if you would
today?
care to read it. There is
Yeah.
something on the way. What is it, you ask? Damn, it's already there.
Emergency evacuation. Like weather. I'm gonna like the extreme weather kind of like warning. Like evacuate.
It's SYS. Save your souls.
Yes.
Save your souls. Okay. Yeah, there is an acknowledgement that comes across. And then not only do they seem to notice, but as you're flashing the light, this dragon flies by you towards the ironworks and seems to take a loop around towards you, flashing your light. It is flying straight for you. I will let you take your fast action if you would like to try to take a agility to dodge this, but there is a gout of fire coming down at you.
Oh my gosh. Agility?
Agility.
Okay. Why did I use all the blessed dice on those stupid iron boys? I should have just used it on myself. Should have saved myself. Okay.
Oh my gosh, what?
Can you what's how does damage track again? Like,
so
is that insta death if I don't?
I think so.
it is. This
Okay.
is going to be 5 physical conditions to you. You can negate 1 for each success of agility.
I've got to take the extra dice, guys. I only have 3 agility.
absolutely. You have
Take them
to.
all.
Take all of the dice
Okay.
if you need.
I'll take the 6 cursed dice and we'll see where that gets us.
This is fine. Everything's cool.
Okay, I'm pushing
Oh
it.
my gosh.
That
and I'll
was
take
0
the blessed dice.
on 9?
Oh.
Okay, hang on.
I think the dice gods are telling you to die. I'm sorry.
Can I?
Well,
I'm
Well,
so
have-
sorry that this
you
is the
won't-
message
dice
they're
gods tell
passing
you to
on.
die.
Oh my
And I just,
gosh.
Okay, that's
I
it. Was
think
that
I
a,
still die.
was that a push or was
It
that
was a
just
push. It was a push.
So let's clarify. You don't die
Oh, I
when your
couldn't-
conditions get maxed out. You become broken, and we're going to have to see how you become broken and how long you have.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Do I take if I push, I can take a mental condition, right?
not if
No,
you're
you have to
doing an
take the
agility
type
push.
of push that you're
Oh.
doing.
Damn. Okay.
So. Okay,
I am
that's,
broken.
that's all you got. All right, we have to now roll on the table. So first off, you see this dragon coming, and it clearly comes right for you. It is a horrific sight. This big creature barreling towards you. You would technically have to make a fear roll, but I think that it's too fast for any of that to matter anyways. This a gout of flame comes burning across the woods. Katrina and Robert, I mean, you guys see this. You see that this dragon burns fire across. Like, you might not see Constance, but Robert, you were aware she was over in that general area.
I'm swimming.
You're swimming. You're going right for it.
Yeah.
All right, let's roll on the table. Let's see what happens to
D66.
Constance.
What's gonna happen? D66.
Wait, can I roll?
Who's gonna die?
Is that
would-
allowed, or is
you
this a
like
secret
it?
table? Yeah.
Well,
I want-
there's let's do it.
Is it in the book?
Yeah, it's in the book.
It is in the book. Yep.
Okay.
And you roll. So you should have a little macro for D66 down at the bottom
Yeah,
of your
I think
screen.
at the
Oh
bottom.
yes, I do.
So you can click that, and then we'll reference the table.
63.
63, you're gonna die. It's gonna be great.
Let's see. What is 63? I don't have it open yet.
I've
It
got
was
an open. Can I
3
say?
off from perfection.
Yeah, go for it.
D63. Your abdomen has been completely just torn up and torn open. You need to roll a 1d6 now, or Chase can do it, because that is how many minutes it takes until you. Oh, sorry, I apologize. How many hours it takes until you bleed to death.
Okay.
So that's fun.
This is not the outcome I would expect from being burned by fire.
Yeah. So I mean, let's narrate
You can
this.
call it
You
a
mind
huge
if I?
abdominal burn if you'd like. You've got 3rd-degree burns all across your chest.
You mind
I'll
if I
let
take the
Chase go.
narration
Yeah.
on this one? Yeah.
Go for it.
So this thing, fire gouts across from you. And I mean, you did an agility test. You dove for cover. You tried to take it. And I mean, you still took some nasty burns, right? I mean, it's burning your skin. It feels unbearably hot. It's hard to breathe. You were able to dive out of the center of the fire and not get just absolutely burnt to a crisp. But as you did, as there's falling trees and burning trees, a big old branch just impales right through your abdomen. So you are burnt, you're struggling to get by, you're incapacitated, and your abdomen's been impaled by some foliage. And I think we're gonna pan away from you for a moment.
Wait, do I need to roll a d6 to
Oh
see
yeah,
how many
you
hours?
sure do.
Nine, one
Let's-
D6
Is this secret to me and you, or is this public knowledge?
No, let's
Okay.
do it public. Let's see how long you got.
Bum,
Three
bum,
hours.
3.
3 hours.
That's
Time
terribly
counts down.
average.
3 hours.
All right, 3 hours. So this is the good news and the bad news. Let's see. Well, I need a little bit of calculations here.
Everybody is exactly 4
If-
hours away.
Chase, if those ore boys don't evacuate
Uh-huh.
after what I did, I'm going to be so upset. August might just die out of Constance being angry, not any other cause.
Yeah. No,
I'm having a
it's
moment.
yeah, we'll get there. Okay. So you have 3 hours to live without getting proper treatment. Robert, you are swimming across. You don't have to
Yeah.
swim. Like it's a stride, right? 'Cause It's
Okay.
pretty shallow water.
Yeah.
You see that beast does one pass of fire, and then it flips around and it's heading right for the ironworks again.
Okay. Can I find Constance?
Yeah, you legging it right for where the fire
Yeah,
happened.
absolutely.
What about you, Katrina?
I'm so glad you asked. So I was on that side of the lake making my way back. Can I see? You said I saw the dragon and it's diving down. Can I hop onto the horse and like take the carriage part off and actually ride the horse towards where the attack was?
Yeah, you paid for the carriage. They will let you do it. One of them
Oh, you're
shouts out.
riding a horse? Just
Carriage
I
driver
know.
shouts after you. That horse is going to be covered in your pocket if it dies.
That's fine. I don't even deign to respond. I'm just riding. And I think I have like a sick feeling in my stomach.
Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna skip to Galen for a moment. Galen,
Okay.
you're doing research somewhere off the homestead, like not in the ironworks, correct?
No, not
Uh,
Ironworks.
But out of whatever window of whatever building you're in, you see a bright glow light up the sky, and you just see a huge gout of flame take a big circle around the ironworks, and it looks like that whole place just gets lit up in flame.
You see Galen, right before it happens, he's looking at the book and you see he's looking at the word dragon. He goes, And then he turns and there's fire everywhere. And he turns back and he takes out a pencil. He just tick and he ticks off dragon and he closes the book. So, I mean, I'm so hurt and I have no form of transport, but I can't not go down there. So I think I just start sort of hobbling my way to the ironworks. I can't bring the cannon. I'd love to, but I don't have my horse. Wait.
Wait a
actually,
minute. You
said-
have your own horse.
I do have my horse, right? Because Katrina took the carriage.
I took the carriage.
So I think the one thing that we need in this situation is a big cannon and a horse. So I'm going to try and hook up my little cannon harness to the horse because we've been dragging the cannon around with us a lot. Jump on the horse and try and ride down. But this is going to take me a long time. I'm hurt. So I hope the dragon's around for a while. But I figure that's the best value I can bring to the situation is taking I know we do need an obsidian cannonball. That is what we need. You are correct. But that's my plan.
Maybe we can launch the obsidian blade from the cannon.
Yeah.
Like we stuff it in with a bunch of other stuff, right?
Get a
So like
wheel of
soft
cheese, the exact
Yes.
kind of size of the cannon barrel, stick the knife in it and fire.
So it's like
No,
this.
So that's it. I'm hooking up a cannon. I'm getting on my horse very slowly. Just all right. Now we have to go. Come on, Mumble. Let's go. Let's go. Trying to hook up what I can, but I'm by myself and I'm slow and I'm old and I'm very, very burnt. So we'll see how long it takes.
Okay, I love it. Galen is hauling a cannon to the ironworks. And let's go back to Katrina and Robert.
Okay.
We're gonna say, you got some woods between you, Katrina. You're a little bit closer. You have a horse. Robert has kind of a straight shot, but he's slogging through. Like, we're just gonna say you guys get there about the same time.
Okay.
In 4
So,
hours after the fire hits.
It takes you guys like you guys are only probably about 15-20 minutes away from where Constance is.
Okay. On approach, you said that there was a branch that had impaled her abdomen.
Yeah. So the scene around Constance right now, Constance, you can tell us kind of what state you're in, but I mean, there is still fire. It's probably spreading all around near where Constance is at. Constance, you're not like unconscious in this game when you're broken. You're just not capable to do much. Like, you could probably drag yourself away from flame somewhere as safe as you can possibly get.
I think the flame burned so hot and fast that it pretty quickly burned out. And Constance, I think, like, she doesn't have a stomach for violence, so she also doesn't have like a high pain tolerance or anything like that. So I think like she dove and like the tree and everything crashed, like, and I think she like tried to kind of get off the branch, but it just like it was too much, and so she's just lying in like the ashes, just like stuck on this branch, just like, and she takes out, like, she fumbles around and pulls out her carefully folded handkerchief that's now just like charred and sooty, and she's just holding this like dried rose, which is now like just ash in the handkerchief itself, or like is crumbling, and she's just she's talking quietly to her brother between like gasping breaths of pain. So sad.
That's so sad. So sad. Now, there's a good time when you're just hurt before they reach you. And all of you, as you're running towards Constance, you're going to see the dragon take the pass over the ironworks. Constance, you do maybe get at least a little bit of relief seeing that you bought time. And by the time the dragon flies back over, you see people have cleared the rafts. People are taking cover. And it looks like pretty bad destruction, but you can gather you maybe at least save some lives. You three, until we do the medicine roll, have free narrative control. Go ahead and take it away here as you guys arrive.
Oh, am I arriving as well?
Oh, no. You're
Yeah,
elsewhere.
I was going to say.
Matt, do you want to have Robert actually arrive first?
Sure.
Go for it.
All right. Robert, like running to where Constance is. It takes him a second to find her because, I mean, in his haste, like he's thrown his glasses to the side. He just wants to go as quickly as he can. But I guess maybe just overhearing her voice just a little bit, he's going to run over to her and say, "Constance, I'm here. Don't worry, I'm here."
Daniel?
Yeah, it's Daniel. I'm here.
What are you? It's been so long.
It's okay. I'm here right now. We're gonna get you help. We're gonna get you safe.
I can't move. I can't feel much.
It's okay. Just listen to my voice. Just keep listening to my voice. Is there any chance that I could break off, like where the branch, like that's impaled or connects to the tree? I want to try to slam into it and break that part of the branch off so that she's not attached to the whole tree anymore.
Yeah. In fact, I'll let you make a force roll, and if you succeed this, I will let Katrina get one more check on her medicine. Or one more dice, not one more check, sorry.
Here we go. Oh my gosh, I am pushing this. I am definitely pushing this.
We have bonus. Oh, we have a lot of blessed dice right now. Always a
Who
wolf
needs
came
them?
in clutch.
Oh, I've got
I need
nothing.
them.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay. I'm gonna be up for this medicine task this time.
Yeah, you try to break it, and it just as you try to break that branch, it looks like it hurts her more when you try to do it. It
Daniel,
just
stop.
doesn't
stop.
seem like a good idea.
I can't.
No, don't give
Stop.
up. I'm right here. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I told you that already. It's all right.
And
You're
then
back now.
the thud of hoof beats comes up the beach. And before the horse is even at a full stop, Katrina is dismounting and running for you two with a bag clenched in her hand.
Katrina, help. I can't break this. She's stuck.
Just hold on a moment. Let me assess. I'm gonna just fall straight into triage.
Excellent. You guys are doing triage.
Uh-huh.
Galen, you are rolling up on the ironworks, towing a cannon behind your horse. It is a bad scene. The whole ironworks looks completely wrecked. The manor is burnt to the ground. There are people with burns. People are coming out of a more fortified building that looks like it was set partially into the ground. I don't know if you guys ever did the full tour of the ironworks. I don't know if you know exactly what building it is, but there are a lot of survivors. You don't see many dead, but there is a lot of damage. Beata and Alfred are just kind of standing out, their employees, just all of them
August.
looking in shock.
Alfred is at the hospital.
Did I get it wrong the other direction this time? Wow, with August. The dragon you saw, it's taken like a full circle around the area and then goes flying back off over towards the lake. None of them seem to even notice it. It's pretty
they can't see
cloudy
it.
up there, but you
They're
can
not
definitely see through the clouds
Thursday's
a big,
kids.
big draconic wings and a loud screech followed by thunder. What are you doing?
So some of them are in the shelter, some of them are not.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, first of all, it is, what the hell are you all doing? Everybody get into the shelter. Please, go, Alfred. I mean, not you, August. I've done it too. August, you get inside. Beata, inside. Everybody in the shelter. This is not over yet, and it will not be over for some time. Go now.
Remind me your name again.
My name is Galen. It doesn't matter what my name is.
What could have done this? How could a thunderstorm bring down my entire business? I don't understand.
You cannot talk about this thunderstorm in the past tense. It is still here. It is still going on into the shelter. We will discuss the implications when the danger has passed. Now go.
Everybody back down into the slag dump.
Okay, I don't like that it's called the slag dump. That makes it seem like you're all going to die. But let's call it the shelter for now, shall we? Let's try it out. The storm shelter is what we will call the new name for the slag dump.
Yes.
He escorts people down. Beata is grabbing her amulet, looking very nervous. People seem sad and afraid. But yeah, they gesture people down there. August looks almost kind of confused, dazed. You notice his eyes don't look as gold as they were before. They're looking more brownish now instead of that sparkly, noticeable gold. Are you going down in the shelter with him?
No. I have two questions. My first question has already been answered, which is, does Beata have her amulet? She does. My second question is, did August have his lantern with him?
He did not.
Yeah, cool. So he shouldn't have that. How am I going to get Beata's amulet away from her? I think my first thought was to just literally tell people to grab her and get the amulet, but they're not going to listen to me because they like her.
Mhm.
August is vaguely coming around, but still not good. I'm going to get the lantern. I think it might help distract the dragon. I know it's something it wants.
Okay, you're going to go look for the lantern?
Yeah. Tell you what I might do, actually. Can I try this? Can I be like, all right, let's get into the shelter? Is there just the one door in and out of the shelter?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Can I close it behind them and put the cannon in front of it?
Yeah, you sure can.
Beautiful. That's done. Cannon is in front of the door, and I am off to the manor.
You don't hear like immediate panic. You hear some like confused, like, what's going on? What's he doing?
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
I shout out, Iron Boys, it's your job to keep the Ore Boys under control. You're in a position of leadership. Use it. Show me your leadership capabilities. And I'm gonna go to the man.
Understood, rich man. You hear the guy that you were talking to about.
Call me
religion
Gold
earlier.
Boy, and I go. So I just gotta find. I want to find the lantern. That's my
Okay.
goal while I'm here.
All right. Skipping back to the other three, you're starting your triage, Katrina, and
Yeah.
this dragon is flying straight for you all. Heading back from the ironworks.
Shit. Do we know how to defeat the dragon yet?
I don't know. Robert in this moment is gonna, like, I guess, quickly assess how much time do we have before it gets here.
Like a minute. It's flying so fast.
And is she still attached to the tree?
You can do with your triage. You probably safely got her removed from the impalement.
That was the tree part of the triage.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here!
Oh my gosh.
Did you have an idea, Matt?
What path can you take her?
What do you mean? We should get into the water. Hopefully that will.
I saw the water bubbling. We wouldn't be able to survive. Where are you gonna go with your horse?
I'm going to point back towards Sunnerbow.
I'm gonna go the opposite direction and say, just go, hurry.
I'm not even going to question. I'm going to pick Constance up with in my arms and hurry towards my horse and hope that I can kind of put her over it and then climb up behind and take off towards Sunnerbow.
Constance screams in pain and then passes out.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, so you guys are going opposite directions.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Matt, correct me if I'm wrong. Robert's going more towards the dragon.
Yes.
Katrina's going further away. All right. I mean, this thing's getting close.
Mm-hmm.
You're running for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take that amulet out of my
Oh, it's burning so hot.
All right. And I'll just be calling out, like, I have your thing. It's right here. Come and get me.
Okay. And you're just holding it?
Yeah.
Wait, Chase,
right.
Is it burning hot as in like it has power to be unleashed, or is it just hot just for no reason?
You do feel a tug on it as if you could pull something out of it. Almost feels
Okay.
like a thread you can pull with your mind.
If I can, I mean, seeing what it did to Constance,
Mhm.
I'm gonna use everything I've got. It's just like at the moment I've got my pure anger focused in on this dragon.
Okay, I love it. Go ahead and you can roll me your empathy +2.
Oh, my empathy is not great.
We
Now
do
you're
have
plus
6
two.
blessed dice still,
Oh
you can
my
roll a +8.
gosh. Okay.
and 1 cursed, but I assume the blessed
no,
is
no,
more
no.
appealing.
Oh, no.
All right. Yeah, I'll you know what? I'm still afraid for Constance's survival. I'll use 3 of the blessed dice in this. In like a maybe, hopefully, this will be enough to at least draw its attention to me.
Okay. Got that
Oh,
success.
shoot. 3
All right.
blessed.
So, you're running with this, you're shouting, you tug on that. This dragon, it seems to spot you as you're running, and it's swooping down and it lowers itself to your level, and you can see this thing looks like it's getting ready to chomp you. It's coming in so fast.
Mhm.
And as you pull on that, you blink and you open your eyes and you don't hear the dragon anymore. You don't hear the beating wings behind you. Suddenly you just seem like you're somewhere else. You're in the middle of the woods. You can see smoke rising off in the distance.
Middle of the woods.
Oh
You
no.
teleported away.
Katrina, you see the dragon off this. You saw it lower towards where Robert's running. You hear a screech. You see it raise up in the air again, and then you see another huge pillar of water raise up, followed by a big splash.
What in the world? She doesn't have time to think about it right now. Her focus is saving Constance. So she'll
Galen's
just-
off looking for the lantern. Robert's in the middle of the woods. Katrina is carrying an unconscious Constance away. This feels like a good time to end the session.
Ah!
And we will
Yeah.
to be continued.
Oh my gosh.
So sorry, Tori. I'm going to torture you for a little bit, but we're going to leave you on the cliffhanger.
Can I leave you with a slightly different cliffhanger if it's possible?
Sure.
If the lantern is within easy access in the mansion,
Mm-hmm. It debatably is.
because I would like to tell you what my plan is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's hear it.
Galen enters and he sees the lantern and he picks it up and he takes a moment. He enters the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
He rustled through some drawers and he finds a large iron knife.
I like it. And let's
Wonderful.
fix the scene just a little bit. The kitchen is now a burnt down frame of a kitchen.
Don't worry, it's going to get worse, because he takes the iron knife and he thinks, I know this lantern is what the dragon's after, but it doesn't care about the lantern. The lantern's irrelevant. The lantern is the object that holds what the dragon is really going to be enticed by and distracted by, which is the dragon's fire that it wants to take control of again. So I want to make sure the dragon knows the fire is here. And so Galen takes the knife, he puts it in his belt, and he takes the lantern, and he goes to the center of the kitchen, and he piles up some curtains, some paper, breaks down some of the bits of chair that are already falling apart, and he opens the lantern, and he sets it all on fire. And as he leaves, the entire manor goes up in dragon flame as Galen walks away, iron knife in hand, to the south side of the lake.
Ooh, I love it. Excellent. And that is where we'll wrap up. Will Galen's scheme work? Will Constance survive? Did Roland survive? Where is Robert? We'll find out in a couple weeks, unfortunately, because we are off next week. But here's your excuse to come back in a couple weeks, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. That was an intense one. I'm very excited to continue. So thank you for all the contributions. Thanks for the dice. They were much needed, both the cursed and the blessed. And it was a great time. Before we wrap up for tonight, let's take one more look at our awesome players we had tonight. Let's let them talk about themselves, tell them where you can find them, because aside from being on Level 1 Geek, they do super awesome things, and you guys should check them out. Let's start with Bill. Why don't you tell us where you can be found and a little bit about you?
Hey, I'm Bill. You can find me at consumethismedia.com. That's Escape This Podcast, Solve This Murder, whatever fun stuff that you like. Check it all out. And I'll see you next time.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Bill. Matt, what about you?
Hey, I'm Matt. I've been Robert. You can find me everywhere as Improv and RPG. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Tori, and myself, and Katie in the background running the stream. Level 1 Geek team. And Tori, anything you guys want to talk about, announce?
I've got a ton of guesting opportunities that I've joined up with in February, but that's for another stream.
Excellent.
And I don't have anything other than hashtag save Constance. So come back with all of your channel points and give us all the dice, because we are all in dire straits.
I love it. Fantastic. I'm Chase, Game Master for this campaign. I don't think I have any announcements this evening. We're running an ARC server right now for people who are interested. We do some games. We hang out. We got some awesome people in our community playing on there. If you guys are interested in joining that server, hit me up. It's PC on Steam. DM me in Discord and we'll get you set up. Aside from that, like I said, we're off next week, so I believe we'll be back in 2 weeks if no conflicts arise. If you guys missed part of this episode or any of this campaign, it's up on YouTube, and this episode will be up on Friday at 6 o'clock. I'd also just like to give a big thank you to all of our YouTube supporters. We're not as big on YouTube, but we're growing. We've seen some very kind comments there. These videos have been getting some traffic, so thank you to all of you who are watching on YouTube. We appreciate it very much. And we would love it if you guys liked, shared, subscribed, all the good YouTube things. Also, people who are watching the Twitch stream here, if you guys wouldn't mind helping us get a little traffic over there, helping grow our YouTube, go give us a follow, go give us a subscribe, and tell your friends if you guys enjoyed this. That would be much appreciated. I think that's all we have for tonight, everybody. So go have a good night. Be very careful when drawing attention in the presence of a dragon. They're very dangerous. And we'll catch you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
Bye.